rather than maybe like super detailed quality high end thing, I kind of want something that I can just bang around with and have
Something you can
fun
bang
with.
around with.
Yep, that's why he wants the
Hey, all
articulated
right.
jaw.
Yeah, there you go.
Do 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 do. Small talk.
Uh, I'll be honest. That was a weaker opening that we've had. But it's hard for me to say since it was making fun of me. I was way too intense at that moment, way too into what we were talking about. But welcome everyone to this week's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. I'm your host, Dylan, joined by Sean, Dean the Dream, and El Professoro, Mario. And then
El
we got
Profesoro.
our Small Talk artist here, Big
Yeah.
Peps.
How's it going? I'm happy to be
What's
here.
going on, guys?
Hey Scott, good to see you. Good to have you hop on. So real quick, before I let Sean take over here, I want to lead the show off saying we want to thank our friends over at Watt Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Small Talk.
So, guys, we got a lot of stuff for you today with cons dropping. NECA drops a Christmas list full of new figures. Power Rangers also announces one of my favorite villains, and then Haslab drops the Marvel Legends Galactus figure. So we'll be talking about all of that here in a little bit.
Nice. Yeah, we got a huge show planned, everyone. Obviously, we're in the middle of the con season, and for Small Talk, this is one of the more stressful times of the year. But we'll start off smaller talk here, just kind of going on what we got new. I know that we'll go just left to right on both rows here, but you almost everyone got, or at least you or Sean and Dean got something new that they kind of wanted to show off here. But I also did too, but I'll go last here. So Sean, if you want to kind of show what you were going to showcase this episode.
Yeah, the first thing I got new was that Turbo Man, the Walmart exclusive.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
So I'm going to open that up here in a second. But what I'm most excited for is my Mezco Thanos. So that came in last week, and I waited all week to open it up just for the show. So I actually already took it out of the box just to make life a little bit easier. But there's the base.
Ooh, hold on. Let me solo cam you. That's actually pretty sweet. I haven't seen that yet.
It does look cool.
Yeah. And if you
That's
hear
awesome.
a bunch of people talking in the background, that's my family. They're all here for vacation. We're at my in-laws' house, so trying to do this and let them hang out. But yeah, this base is awesome. I really like this. I think it's going to pair really well with that Mezco Iron Man that had dropped 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. But here's Thanos. And one thing I really like about him is that he does have 2 other head sculpts, but his chest
nice.
armor pops off, and it's magnetized, so it just fits right back on there. Came with these other 2 head sculpts. Him smiling.
So that one actually got changed pretty heavily. And real quick, I just kind of want to say hi to everyone we got in the chat. We got Toy Mafia, Hugh, Alvin J, Caesar, Leonardo, Lemur, Elvis, Duck Collector, Dirts, McGurk. I think I said that. Sean Fear, Mark, there you are, you sweet angel. Sorry, Sean, did you show the other head sculpt off?
Yeah, here we go. That mean looking one.
Ooh.
Honestly, I don't know which head sculpt I'll keep. I'm thinking I'll probably do his sinister smile look. I think that one's
Yeah.
my favorite so far.
It's pretty cool.
That's cool because that one actually had a lot of backlash initially when it first released. They changed the head sculpt from their what up Pablo, what up Jerry's World. They changed the head sculpt quite a bit from their prototype because they caught a lot of flack for it. It looked super corny, kind of I don't know how to say it. It was strange, kind of. It didn't really fit the figure all too well. So what they did is they just kind of remade it in a sense. They still made it smiling, but made it look a lot better in my opinion. That's why I'm excited to get this. Well, Sean and I kind of discussed this. I'm having one come in too. My things are just, unfortunately, I sacrifice getting my figures early rather than paying like for a discount, I guess. So when I get mine in, we'll kind of do a little breakdown of it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Does that light up, Sean?
Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to put the batteries in yet, but right in there's a little switch. And this is probably like honestly, like being a Thanos fan, being a fan of the gauntlet and the stones and things like that, this is probably my least favorite part of this figure right now, just because of how bulky it looks. I mean, I know it's supposed to fit
that chode.
but there's the open hand right here with the gauntlet, and the it is a 1/12 Mezco 1/12. And thanks for your approval, Oxfather. But there's this like in here. There's this little clear piece in here, and it doesn't even really just like peg in. It just kind of sits on his hand, so you just kind of push it on there a little hard, and then it just kind of sits there. But on the figure, he comes with his fisted hands. Right there. Sorry, working with a different computer this time.
Okay. So, but that thick gauntlet that you were complaining about, that is relatively comic book accurate, right?
It is. It's not like I think even the one in the movie, while significantly bigger, is it looks better fitted. This just I don't know. This just looks like I don't know what it is yet. I don't love it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But comes with 2 other sets of hands.
So big question. Since you're such a big and yeah, Pembrika's, this one is supposed to be 12 scale. Mezco runs fairly large, so like if you want to put like other party accessories with them, people typically try and say to go a little bit bigger. But you're kind of a big Thanos fan, Sean.
Right.
So what do you think of it overall, or how would you, I guess, compare it to the Marvel Legends one that's pretty well received?
There's the Tesseract, the Cosmic Cube, because this is more comic book accurate. Are you saying like with the Walmart exclusive or the deluxe edition, or which one are you referring to?
The best one out of them that you like the most, because I think you had both, didn't you?
Yeah, I have most of them. I mean, just because of like the soft goods on it and like the heavier pieces and stuff like that, I still think this will be my favorite as far as small stuff goes. You know, I think my 6 scale Thanos is still my favorite from in-game, which that battle damage one should be hopefully dropping here soon, I hope. But I would put this just ahead of the King Thanos one. And that's because, one, everything that it comes with, like the extra stands, you know, the nicer head sculpts, things like that. But that King Thanos one is so versatile, I think. I mean, you know, if you want a really, really updated, good comic book Thanos, like that's the one to go with if you don't want to spend the 140, 150 that this thing's going for. But also, you know, you can get that King Thanos look as well. And that's a really big deal right now with how the comic books are going at the cosmic stuff, things that are being dropped in Disney Plus and things like that. You're definitely going to get more of the cosmic stuff coming out. But I still think he's going to be the leader in the small stuff for me, just because of everything it comes with. I'm not going to let the gauntlets ruin that for me. You know what I mean? What I don't like, and I guess it might be like a cop-out, is there's no snapping hand. And the palm is just like it's so chunky. If you were to try to do a snapping hand, I don't know how they would do that.
Well, that's probably why they didn't do it. But yeah, that's too bad that they didn't do they didn't have a fisted hand and a snapping hand. Like, I feel like a open hand's relatively unneeded, kind of, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you were trying to do some kind of, y'all remember when I opened that Thanos statue, the Avengers Assemble version, right? He stands on the rubble with his hands out like this. I feel like this is the closest you're going to get to that, like him in victory, showing off the gauntlet, showing that he has the stones, things like that. But other than that, I just, not being very accustomed to Mezco, I don't really know how I'm going to pose him yet, because I'm really afraid of the right here in the armpit area, like this stuff kind of fraying off and like tearing from the seams and stuff. I already saw one review where there was already a nick right there in the bicep right here. And I was like, dang, man, I'm sure that's gonna happen eventually, if I'm messing with it a little too much, especially just because I'm not very used to posing Mezco stuff. But I think I'll pair him up with that Mezco Iron Man that I have. I think it's going to look really cool together, have the two fighting.
Yeah. So typically I haven't had any huge issues with a lot of their figures in like material cracking or anything. Mm-hmm. That just seems like kind of a packaged like if there's a nick when he got it out of the box, that's a little different than it happening by posing him. You're honestly probably fine posing him over time in how you want. They do fairly well with that sort of thing. But Dean, you got something too you kind of wanted to show off here.
Hell yeah, dude. This has been a long time coming. I pre-ordered this like over a year ago, and it got delayed. I think it was supposed to come out January last year. And then it got pushed back till November, December, and then it got pushed to January this year, and then it finally just came out. What? It is the 1/12 scale Kids Logic VF1J from Robotech, the cockpit.
Oh yes.
I got the pre-order bonus, which is the 12 scale Rick Hunter, which this seems larger than 12 scale to me.
It kind of does. Just like holding it, seeing you hold it.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how big this is. I just pulled out the base. So let's I'm gonna pull it out right now. It's
yes, pull it out, Dean. Let's see it.
The box, dude, this is the box.
He's just not used to pulling out.
This is literally it's this, and then it's black foam. That's what the box looks like for this too. It's just a box with foam. I was expecting it to be a little prettier, but whatever.
At least you got the foam, bro.
Yeah.
Dean, quick question for you. So, what made you gravitate towards Robotech as opposed to like other anime style shows with like robots and mechs and things like that?
Honestly, it was the first. Dude, I used to watch it on TV like before and after school. This is years before Gundam. I mean, Gundam came out when I was in middle school. At least here it did. And by then I'd been watching Robotech for years at that point. But I don't know. I really liked Rick Hunter, the character. Like, he was cool. He was like a young guy, and he was kind of figuring his way out through the universe. And okay, so it's powered. It's gonna light up.
Oh, nice.
Is that Zachary?
I wanted to be here. I thought we were doing its own stream, so I'm so excited to see this live.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah,
look
you've
how
been
fucking beautiful.
Dude,
That's huge.
how
I
heavy?
mean,
is
I knew it was gonna be big, but holy shit!
It's got a little bit of heft to it. Nothing crazy.
Is it polystone or plastic?
Yeah, it's polystone.
Okay.
Okay, the actual cockpit is.
Can you show me the cock?
Oh fuck! Holy shit, dude!
dude, that
heavy?
is sick.
Wow,
that's sweet.
That looks awesome.
Look.
Look,
Dang.
Oh, it has the hinge.
detail.
Nice.
Detail.
Yeah, that
Detail's
inside
amazing.
looks.
It's got the HUD display right there. Let me see if I can get this thing powered up, because holy shit.
So
Dean, did they ever like, I know you got the bonus figure. Did they ever like say like, oh, just a heads up, you're getting the bonus figure, or did you have to beg them for it?
I just paid for it.
Oh, I see.
Because they're the ones that pre-ordered it, right? So they got it for free. They paid the money, so I was like, fuck it. I'm not going
Dude,
to.
I would have Karen'd.
Yeah. Shoot, let me see.
Dean, who
Is
makes
is
that
USB?
again?
This is Kids Logic. Yeah, it's
Okay, Kids Logic.
it's powered. It's going to have lights and stuff.
Oh,
I'm trying to
sweet.
figure out where I could plug it in on my PC. Where this is not a long cord at
Oh
all.
my gosh. Is that cord like permanently
Wow, no,
attached
that's-
to the thing, or
Yeah.
they make on Amazon? Dean, you can buy them. It's like a USB female extension, extension thing.
Have one.
Extension?
Extension to extend from one shirt to the other.
Hey.
The base
never
is a
know when you're
little
gonna need that extra length.
concerning. The base is just plastic. It's got magnets.
Ooh,
Very strong.
yeah.
It's got the
Logo and everything.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Robotech.
honestly, the base could be better.
I was gonna say it looked a little cheapy, the base.
Yeah.
But can
Is
you
that-
display it on the ground, like, or is it not designed to just rest on the ground?
I would not display it on the ground.
Gotcha.
Would you consider getting a custom base for it?
Yes.
I bet you could probably 3D print one.
Dude, I don't like this base at all. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it
awesome.
wobbly or
Oh,
what?
man.
Well, it's like it just you gotta find the right angle to display it at.
The angle for the dangle.
So does it have the pilot name on the side of the window?
You know what? I'm not seeing it. Do you see it there? No.
Nope. Dude, inaccurate,
back,
man. Take
bro.
that shit back.
But, yeah,
Get a
you
partial
see this,
refund,
like-
bro. I'm shocked
That
that
is
they would
sick.
make that cord
That's
a
cool.
permanent fixture in there if you ever needed to
Yeah.
replace it. It seems like a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Or in your case, like if you just wanted to buy a longer one.
That does look really good though. It seems relatively high end.
King Dingaling says it'd be great if they made an SDF one.
They did.
They did, didn't they?
It's
Kids Logic?
yeah. It's I think it's like $4,500. It's like 5 feet tall or some shit.
Damn.
It's
Dude,
insane.
that'd be insane.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Hold on. Take me off solo cam. I gotta find this adapter, and I think I can get this to work.
Smash those
Okay.
buttons, guys.
Mario, did you get anything new since you were on the show a couple weeks ago?
Anything new? That's a negative, good sir.
Okay. Zach, did you hop on? 'Cause you had something to show. I invited Zach, and he's
No, you
like,
fucking didn't. Actually,
Yes,
you did.
I
I'm sorry.
did.
I'm sorry. I'm
What a
mansional
dick.
and he's like, I'm gonna pass, and here he is in the middle of
Wow.
I'm sitting in this house like Steven fucking Glansberg. Everyone's ignoring me. So it's like, fuck, I'm gonna hop on small talk. I got. So I'm working on this little Lego mock, these Hobbit minifigs are so expensive. They're so hard to find. We have a local Lego store, and they had a few of them, but it was like very expensive. But I'm almost done. I just have 3
dwarfs that I need to pick up. I have 2 of them on order, and then one I'm still trying to see if I want to spend that much on it. But yeah, I've completed that. And,
Wait, you guys have your own Lego, so it's actually like a branded Lego store?
Hang on one second.
That's cool.
Sorry, I have like
Yeah.
a crazy sneeze. So we have Lego, like owned by Lego.
Yeah.
And then we have stores. We have 2. One, fuck them, because they never answered my message. Fucking idiots. And 2, there's one called Bricks and Minifigs. And so they're basically like, they're not affiliated with Lego in any way, but they get like used sets, and they have like big tubs of like bricks you can sort through. And so that's why I found some parts for this. And they have like a glass case with like all kinds of minifigs from different lines. It's a great place. If you're in San Antonio, Bricks and Minifigs, great place. But they have them all over the United States. They're like franchised, I think. But if you're looking for like retired or hard to find Lego parts or minifigs, they have like, I went in there and I was like, oh, I need 2 chickens, like a bunch of like random food pieces. They were like, yep, boom, boom, boom. They had them all, basically good to go for me. So it was, it's been a journey completing this set, and I'm almost done with like the base of the mock. And then after that point, then I have to add like the accoutrement stuff. So it's coming along pretty good.
Sweet. So Sean, or not Sean. He's done already. Big Peps. Have you gotten anything new recently? And then I'll kind of work in, instead of doing it later, I'll kind of ask you here too if you want to just kind of summarize real quick what you collect for small stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I got a couple Black Series figures. I can show them.
When like new, just these are new
Yeah.
ones, or this is like something you collect in general? I'm guessing both, but
I collect Black Series, but I've been looking for the Clone Wars figures, the Target exclusive ones.
sure.
Mm.
And I just got
Those are
Obi-Wan and Echo.
Ooh, okay.
Those 2. And then I've been going back and getting some of the older figures. And I got Kit Fisto right there.
Okay. Oops.
Right there.
Gotcha. And that's the kind of, so they've redone or repacked Kit Fisto twice, right? So I'm
Have
guessing
they?
that's the second one.
I'm not sure. I really like the Alien Jedi. And then I collect NECA stuff. And I'm a big horror guy, like Manny is, big horror fan. Does anybody know what these are from?
It's also a big horror.
I know that they're made by NECA.
Great.
It's like something
Yeah.
like, I don't know anything about them though. So tell us about them a little bit.
They're from a movie called Puppet Master. A horror movie. It was from, I think, like 89, I think, or something. It's just about some guy that figures out how to bring life into puppets. And they are, then they just go around and kill people. They all have like special abilities. Like the bigger guy is like a real strong. The drill head guy has a drill on the top of his head, so he like drills into people. And then they got like a guy that has like a hook and a knife. There's actually 2 more that they made. I just haven't been able to find them yet.
Wow.
Yeah, I always thought it was a 4-pack they released, but
Yeah, they're 2 separate ones. I went to like, I think 3 Targets today looking for the other set and haven't found them yet. So
Say it's a comic book as well.
Puppet Master is?
Yep.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, they're
So-
kind of hard to find, but the only reason I know about it is because this one guy came into the shop one day. He goes, "Do you have any Puppet Master comics?" And I was like, "I have no clue what you're talking about." But we ended up finding them, and it mentioned the guy with the hook that has the hook for the arm, right? Is something like that?
Yeah, his name's Blade, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Scott, I actually ghosted Scott. Big Peps, poor Peps. So I was in Target and I found Anakin from the Clone Wars, and I posted like in the post on Collecting Weekly Auxiliary, like, hey, if anyone wants these, I'm here right now, and no one answered me. He PM'd me like an hour later. He's like, "Am I too late?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll check tomorrow," or no, I don't even know if I said that, but I answered in my head, and then I answered a question on the post. And definitely didn't respond, but unfortunately, by the time you sent that, I had left, and I went back the next day, and everything was gone already. And there's like doubles.
Yeah.
There's like
Dude, if you see something, you
That's not
just
surprising.
get it.
They've been
Peps,
so
which ones do you still need, Peps?
I've got the 3. The only one I don't have is that pilot, but I'm not really wanting that one. So,
okay.
But it took me forever to find them. I didn't think I was ever going to find them. So,
Yeah, I'll have to definitely go back and check out, see if they restock at any point. Okay, so something that
that's
got
cool, Sean.
here on it was in my pile of loot, is the SH Figure Arts King Kong from King Kong, or Monster Arts, sorry.
Nice.
And Godzilla. Okay, I've just been playing around with these while everyone's kind of been talking. These are my first impressions. This guy is so much smaller than the Mezco one. Holy shit, I should have known. But like,
Oh, geez.
wow.
yeah,
Damn.
so it's way
Lot
different.
smaller.
The Mezco's like fur sculpting and everything. The mold is a lot better. It's more, I guess, defined. But obviously, this guy's quite a bit smaller, and he's built to obviously go nuts with articulation, and I know he can like go down on all fours where he's like sitting there on his knuckles. He has like the hands for him and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then he comes with 2 heads, 8 total hands, and then here's his axe that doesn't do much. Anyways, and then Godzilla. I actually really like this one more than the 2019 version. I like it quite a bit. The one thing I was worried about, this kind of looking corny, but they made it super kind of metallic in a way, and it like shows up really well on the camera here, but it's really not that dark in person. I don't know, but this would be the first one. I don't think it has an articulated jaw. If it does, mine's just stuck. I think it's supposed to, but I don't know. Everything I've seen, it has its mouth open just like this. That's the only thing I didn't like, and I didn't like beforehand, is the teeth and everything is like painted like that metallic blue that the spikes are. But overall, he's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of things you can do with him. I like this. Yeah, I like this one more than the previous movie ones that I've had in the past. But he even like is fairly larger than King Kong, it seems like.
Wow.
But
does he come with a blast effect for the mouth, or?
Good question. No, he does not. He just comes with 2 other hands, which is kind of odd.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, that's it. I know the 2019 one had that cool like extension to where he could do like the movie poster blast thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, they're kind of hard to, and that's why I wasn't a big fan of the other ones, is they're hard to manipulate. So you can see kind of like this joint like came out of its socket, and now I have to like finagle it and pull it back just to get it back in, just mess with it. That's one area that I don't like about them. But it's pretty nice. The Godzilla I think is better than the King Kong overall. But the King Kong you can still find around a lot of places. Like I think it's still on Big Bad and everything.
Are you still looking for the NECA Kong?
Yes. I
have one if you want to buy it.
You're trying to get rid of it?
The one with the airplane?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll hit you up after this round.
Am I the only one that wanted to see Dylan play with those figures as soon as he had them up? Want to see them like bash each other?
You didn't even bash them together.
I know, man. Come on, what the
You
hell?
didn't even make fake noises. Like,
Yeah, come on, Dylan.
Anyways.
Did you get it lit up, Dean?
No, I can't. Dude, this cord is so fucking short. I can't do anything with it. My computer is too far back for any free USB port.
You don't have a portable
What
battery
the
pack?
fuck is the point of this? No. Who carries those?
So, the second part of smaller talk that we usually kind of have a deep dive discussion, obviously here.
In the box.
This time around, we're not gonna. I'm just gonna ask a quick question because we have a shit ton of news to cover. So I'm gonna want to kind of move it along a little quicker. But the one question I had, because during con season, everything, if you're like reselling your figures, it's definitely a buyer's market this time of year. Have you guys ever arranged like you're collecting around this season? Because obviously during con season, everyone's trying to sell their old figures. They want to get like con exclusives, get their money back in some sort of way. And since everyone is doing that, you typically take a bit of a hit selling things. But obviously, as a buyer, you get a good deal with things. Sean, have you engaged in anything like that or noticed that at all?
I think this time of season is where I start really having to decide, okay, do I want some of the stuff that's been previously announced like a month or two ago, and do I want to wait another year on some of this stuff to get what's coming out new? I think an example of that is the Iron Studios Power Rangers statues that they just announced. Mm-hmm. I really like those a lot, as opposed to maybe going with like 3/0, 1/6 scale. So I originally wasn't going to get the 3/0 6 scale stuff, but now with the announcement of the Iron Studios Power Rangers statue set, now I'm like, okay, well, would I rather have a statue form of these guys, or do I want to go with the 1/6? I think with the announcement of the Haslab that just dropped about a week ago, that's making me decide if I'd rather get like a statue or get go ahead and go with the Haslab on it, especially with some of the stuff that it's dropping with it. But I've done a really good job so far at narrowing down my my collection enough to where I'm okay passing on quite a bit of this stuff, unless it already has some direct effect on my collection itself, So I really haven't seen too much yet that I'm like crazy excited for. I remember when they announced that sideshow maquette of the Silver Surfer, I was like, okay, I have to get that, but that was last year. But as far as selling stuff, I think just because of the move, I'm a little detached from it. I can't pose a lot of this stuff. I can't display it. It's all in storage or just kind of at the apartment right now. So it helps mitigate what I'm getting and already have on order and things I've already paid for and stuff that I'm just waiting on.
Gotcha. So you're one of the ones that, I guess your specific case right now is different than usual, but like on average year, would you?
I would probably go for a few things. Small stuff wise, I like all the Power Ranger stuff that's going to come out. We've already kind of talked about that. But if they had some kind of like exclusive, it might have me pick and choose what I would prefer to have. And again, it's that wait time. Some of the stuff is dropping in the next month or two, and then some of the stuff is not releasing until next year. And I think what I've learned from last year was I don't want to wait too long, because a lot of the stuff that I've already paid for is already months and months back now. This Mezco Thanos, that was supposed to come out like 4 months ago, or so. And I'm just now finally getting it, which is fine, but I don't know if I want to wait so long now to get something next year, unless it's something like really big, like the Haslab.
Sure. Deanie, you getting your shit? Zach, if you gotta take off, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I guess let me answer that real quick. I don't think like this year anything that was that exciting that I was like, oh my god, I need to order this right now. I know Weta just put up the Saruman mini epics, and it was like $50-$60. I don't know why it's so expensive, but that's one of their exclusives for 2021. I know that Gandalf statue that they showed yesterday that Mario will probably cover on Monday was pretty cool, but I think it's like either third or half scale, so that's probably going to be like way out of my budget. So, I mean, those were like the two kind of neat things that I saw. You know, nothing really by Hot Toys is anything that I'm really interested in ordering. So, as far as con stuff goes, like, I was selling a bunch of stuff, and I know you said it's a buyer's market, but I pretty much had like the ability to sell these things that I was selling, like pretty much for whatever price I wanted. I didn't really have any trouble with low balls or having to drop prices. There was one figure that was kind of sticking around, but I gave Dean a good deal on it, and you know, it was a figure that isn't super sought after, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm, you know, making big collection changes for the stuff that's coming out right now, because you know, there's definitely cool stuff, but none of it really was stuff that I needed to order.
Not even any of the like the 5-day limit sideshow or Hot Toy shit.
No, I have one Iron Man, and that's kind of like the only one that I really want. Like if I was gonna get a second, it would probably be the 46. It wouldn't be the Mark 1. It's a fantastic suit. I love it in the movie, but you know, doesn't really, you know, I'm no longer as big of an Iron Man collector as I was back then. Look at that, Dean.
That is awesome.
Freaking beauty, man.
Was there an extender in the box?
No, I had to literally use
Oh shit.
the reactor in the back.
That is so cool.
If I
That's
remember
awesome.
correctly. Oh, I think the 6 scale one had music and stuff. I don't think this one does.
This one's 12th scale, right?
Yeah.
There's a
think
6
looks
scale
like it.
version of this?
I like how the
Yeah.
Whoa.
Huge.
This one was 5, just under 5.
I think the other one was like 1400.
Yeah, it was 14 or 15.
That's not bad, dude, for 500.
I was gonna order it. I just by the time I went to get it, it was sold out. So,
Yeah, George
I mean,
says, really, Zach. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nothing has been that exciting. Even like the P Bandai stuff, it's like stuff I had already had then sold. So, you know.
yeah, let me hold Rick in here so I don't fall out. But
I like how
Damn,
some
dude,
of the
you're making me
lights
wanna
like
get this.
pulsate.
Yeah.
Please don't tip that any further. You're freaking making me
That's-
anxious. He's gonna eject himself into space, bro.
It's awesome.
I like the way that
That
hinge
is pretty
works. That's
sick.
cool.
yeah, it just works like the old X-wings from Kenner.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I mean, it looks cool.
I'm trying to see if there's any buttons.
Yeah, so I'm reloading just kind of said my I'm just going to go because it really relates to it. Con season is when, he said, con season is when I fill gaps in my collection without overpaying on things I missed. I almost never jump on con exclusives rather than scoop up what peeps sell to fund their con stuff. That is actually how I got into Mezco as hard as I did, because I got in relatively late to 112 Collective, and it's this time of year I always kind of stocked up on a lot of the figures in a lot of the groups. This is really where I did the bulk of my buying, so that's a good point. That's exactly what I was going to say there, so well put there. But Dean, have you done that at all?
Please rephrase your question, because
So-
I was doing this.
Yeah.
shit.
That
I was
thing is
so
awesome.
pissed.
But so during con season, it's a big buyer's market. A lot of people are trying to fund their I guess sell off their current collection to get like con stuff, things like that. So it's really easy to buy things. My point was that I use this time of year to typically buy older figures that I missed out on. On the Mezco side, it's how I built my collection fairly quickly. And have you done anything like that, or do you kind of just fall into finding yourself selling quite a bit? You don't typically sell much, but
Yeah, I'm not a big seller. Honestly, I pay no attention to the con season. Most I have found, and there are some instances where this is not true, but usually any con exclusive is gonna get released later on, and there's usually something different about the release.
Yeah, in
where
some sort of
it's
way.
like, yeah, like, oh, just the packaging is different.
Yeah.
Okay, I could deal with that. I don't need the packaging, or it comes with an accessory you're not gonna get anywhere else. Like I don't give a shit, usually. So I don't get bent out of shape with con exclusives because I'm just gonna find them later anyway at a GameStop. Like figure arts, it's usually like, oh, everybody had this for a year. Okay, we're gonna release it for everybody else now. Like base form Goku was a con exclusive for a long time, and now you could get you could get base form Goku anywhere on the 2.0 body, which is even better. So, I really pay no minds to cons and con exclusives. I honestly can't think of one that I got that I was like, I need to own this.
Mario, what about you?
I'm not that strategic, man. I never paid attention, so nuh-uh. I didn't realize that was a thing. I guess collecting what I collect now, I just try to get everything as soon as they come out, and that's it. So
Yeah,
But as
and
far
I
as-
would say, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, as far as me trying to fill holes in any of my collection, I mean, I don't think there's never a good time for me personally. So I never noticed, like, for these TVC figures, there was never a good time to really look for a deal or anything. The same thing with the 6 scale holes that I have in the collection. Same, and I'm sure even with some of the statues that I've been looking for, not really a good time to really pull the trigger on everything. It's just whenever I find a deal,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter if it's con season or not. So
That's what I was gonna say. 6 scale and bigger stuff seems to roll with, what do you want to call it? Like the current hype, more so than like a con season type thing. Smaller stuff, it seems to ebb and flow more so with like the time of year. What else is going on when there's a lot of releases, that sort of thing. But I noticed 6 scale, and I don't know how it is mainly with statues, but I'd suspect it'd be similar. But 6 scale stuff, it's always, what's big right now. Is it Marvel? Is it Star Wars? It's the
Yeah.
next big thing with that. So it's more so kind of just hype with 6 scale stuff. So yeah, that really doesn't pertain a ton to it, I guess. So that's a good point. What about you, Big Peps?
I'm kind of like Dean. I've never really paid much attention to cons. I mean, I'll see stuff that I like, but I'm not gonna, try to show up when you can pre-order it. It's just not that important to me. I think I've picked up a few con exclusives over the years, but it was just on the aftermarket, when I found a good deal on it. But I've honestly never really thought about people selling off their collections for con season to where you can maybe get good deals on stuff. I've never really even thought about that. So, you probably could find some good deals.
Yeah, and again, it's mostly with smaller stuff you'll find that with, but yeah, for the most part, it's something that it was pointed out to me before years ago when I was just starting to get into Mezco. I think someone posted something about it in a group, and that's kind of what caught my eye with it, and I kind of figured it out there. And I know Dorkler, those guys that we had on, they've discussed it from pretty much every year, how this is like a big time of year to buy things if you want them to kind of look around the groups or what. But Hugh says, do you think the Far From Home Hot Toy Spider-Man is worth it? I'm having trouble justifying paying $280 for it.
I don't think it's worth $280. I had it and sold it. I don't think it's worth it.
yeah, I
I've-
thought you still had it for sale. So you just recently sold it, right?
Yeah, I just recently sold it.
Okay.
It's not.
So what
worth-
didn't you like about it? Just wasn't worth the price, or
honestly, when I got it, it's a really cool looking figure, but the way the suit is made, it's almost got like these. It's like the texture of the suit. It's got like these little red like bumps all over it, and some of them had been like really worn down, so it created like these big like smooth spots over the suit. and I just couldn't take it. It just drove me nuts.
Gotcha.
So I just sold it.
Was it from the clamp that did that, or?
No, I think it was just from being in the box. And I've watched some other reviews, and you could see it. It's kind of hard to explain, but it just, of course, I'm picky about that kind of stuff. I look over everything, and I saw it immediately out of the box, and I'm like, there's no way I can keep this on my shelf. It's going to drive me crazy. But I think ultimately I just decided I just didn't want it. I really just opened it and kind of looked at it. I never even took the plastic off or anything. But, as a Spider-Man fan, the figure is really cool. And the head sculpt is fantastic on it. But $280, I don't think it's worth that.
So, yeah, what I was going to say, I don't have it. I held off on it just because I'm either going to get like a classic, the video game classic suit Spider-Man, or probably
I was
nothing
thinking about
for
picking
Hot
that
Toys.
up too.
I don't know what I'll do if I'll even get a Hot Toys one. I would hope that I can really pose that classic suit one up. But for me, Hugh, I just really like that movie. To me, that was like one of my favorite Spider-Man movies ever. Far From Home. I really enjoyed it. So for me, that's why I almost got it. And if I would get that figure, that would be why. But as far as figure wise, I'm not entirely sure. That's a good point of view there, though.
The only one I have is the one from the first Amazing Spider-Man, but that's always been probably my favorite Spider-Man movie that they've done. And I just really liked the suit. I thought it was really different with the where he used like sunglass lenses for the eyes. And I just really liked Andrew Garfield, so that's the one I have. But I was thinking about picking up that classic suit.
Gotcha. So, good stuff there. What we're going to dive into is the news. Obviously, this is going to be centered around the con season. So, we got Walmart Collector Con. That's going on right now. That started this morning at like 7 a.m. or something. Poor Mario. And then the one on the left is Target's Summer Geek Out Collector Spot, whatever the hell that is. That is another 8 a.m. Central Time release on the day, and every day they have something different with it. It's kind of interesting how they do it, but here you can see, so that this was all what was different days. So this was a different day, this was a different day, this was a different day. Some of them were re-releases, so I know this Retro Collection Rogue and Gambit are pretty sought after ones. I think they were still up yesterday anyways. And then they had the Dinjarin Mandalorian. They had a ton of different stuff. I would keep an eye on. That's still going on both of them. Walmart's, like I said, just started today, the 22nd. So keep an eye on those ones there. But yeah, there's a lot going on there. Keep an eye on all of them on where you want to follow. Walmart seems like they're going heavy with the Black Series stuff, but and then Mezco's, theirs started today as well. Theirs is going to last from today to the 24th, and they have games and things like that you can do, interactive things. Like today I think was a scramble, a word scramble thing. And then yesterday they actually released MezcoCon 2021 Summer Edition High Roller Box. So this was limited to 2 pieces, September to October 2021, and this includes Casino La Cucaracha Gomez. And he's obviously secret agent / 007 kind of spoofed. It looks pretty cool. I looked at D Mazing's review, and he's got quite a few new things, like his boots. He's got a knife that comes out of the boots. It comes with a bunch. So a lot of people pointed out these stickers here. There's someone called it 10 there, and it's just this really good looking woman in a bikini. They're really cartoony, but And then like Killer Queen Bee, Jeff O'Ray, which is like a giraffe, and then I don't know what that one-eyed Jack, which is like a skeleton with like a heart on his eye. So a lot of people are really hoping that they come out with figures of these, but it looked pretty fun. It was $155, like I said, and it was a pre-order, so it was made to order. I was panicking. I had a really important meeting at work, and I didn't think I was going to be able to get this drop because they didn't give us a heads up when it was going to come. And luckily it happened a little bit before my meeting, but around the time when I thought, and Sean Usby was there for me. He said he was going to order one. I did end up getting a couple, but yeah, it was a fairly seamless process since they were made to order, and it's a pre-order, so not a big deal there in getting it. But it's a short turnaround, so September to October this year is when we'll get them. So just a couple months here, but that was really nice. I think it's on waitlist now. I would hop on that right away if you want this at all, but it was a pretty good window that you could get it. It was fairly easy ordering. And then, yeah, one of the other things you get in this was a 5 points Pink Skull pack. And this was, I know a lot of people wanted this. If you don't know, the Pink Skull pack that was 1/12 scale goes for like a lot of money, anywhere from $5, I've seen it, all the way up to $800. It's like a 3-pack tin. So this one's the 5 points, so it's just 5-point articulation, and then 3 3/4 inch scale figures. So they're pretty small, but is a cool add into this. It was cool seeing them change these boxes up to a little bit more relevant things for people like this. I think a lot of people really like that about it. And then and it's also coming with, I don't have it here, you can see it in the corner here, but it's a metal tin that has playing cards. And if anyone knows me, I actually like collecting playing cards as well, so that's kind of a cool add-on for me.
You do?
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a couple new guns, 2 new guns. He's got like the aviators, and then he has like a martini holding hand, which is kind of funny. And then like flamethrower that comes from like his wristwatch, missile launcher that comes from his boombox, and then kind of a more high-tech hoverboard type thing that can shoot things out of it as well. So a lot of new things here.
What's the thing under the boombox? Is that like a sword?
This?
Yeah, what is that?
So that's a rocket with like smoking effects. So this comes out of the side of the boombox. It's like a hidden compartment. And
that's cool.
I'll be honest, Mezco's, the effects when you see them like this, you're like, oh, that's pretty janky. Like it's pretty gimmicky. But they're actually really cool and really fun to mess around with once you have them in the guns. I like them a lot. But yeah, that's what that one will be. I know Harley Quinn's had a really good one in her box here, but Alvin finally got my DBZ orders in. Good. Everyone in the chat, I think Hugh was saying that he was having issues too. And then thank you, Alvin, with the super chat. Said I just pod this and
PO'd.
Oh, thanks, Dean. I'm an idiot. I just PO'd this and got the Vapor Society one. Nice. My first Mezco's ever. Congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah, the Vapor one's a very odd one for like typical figures on what we're used to seeing. So that's gonna be a fun one, I think. But good choices. And then yeah, you can see here some of the pictures that they added in. Like that's the picture of like the flamethrower coming out of his watch.
That's cool.
But they also did another weapons pack. So they called it Return of the Baker's Dozen. This is their second weapons pack they've done, and looks way better than the first one, to be honest. You can see they got like a minigun with ammo belt, revolver, machine gun, 4 grenades, a bat, pair of handcuffs, machete, sledgehammer, katana, and then a shotgun with shoulder strap. And a lot of these in the pictures that they showed them really well weathered compared to the first pack. The first pack was like, it just looked like the mold straight out. So I wasn't too impressed with them. I like the actual weapons, but they definitely need like a wash or something on them, whereas these ones they gave that treatment too, so it should be a lot better. And then I think this was today. Yeah, this was today. 112 Black Skulls Death Brokers. This one is also a Mezco exclusive, and this was kind of a secret drop on Slugfest Emporium, part of their website. They were still up last time I checked earlier before the show started. This one is... So it's a 3-pack, and it's $265, and this one isn't due until April to May 2022. So not for a while yet. And so there's probably going to be a good sized window with this one. You probably could get it tomorrow if you wanted. Let me check to make sure that's still going on. But I know people were kind of complaining. It's still up for pre-order. It's like $20 more, I think, $25 more than the Pink Skulls one that I was talking about before is. And you get less with it. So a lot of people are kind of complaining about that, but I don't know. I think that's kind of the name of the game. The market of the Pink Skulls sold that one as being a deal. Yeah, it was $225 instead of $265 for the Pink Skulls. So yeah, they were quite a bit cheaper, and they came with a lot. I can see that gripe, definitely, because these guys for accessories really only come with like a suitcase and then guns and knives and a pair of handcuffs. But I would just suggest that's inflation at this point. Like Pink Skulls was 2 years ago at this point. So I didn't think it was terrible. They also gave out with their CryptoCog discount for it. If you did it, I believe it was I used it. I already forgot what it was. Because they sent out an email with a code and you have to like decode it on their CryptoCog thing. But I think it was broker. I could be wrong. No, Alvin, you did not miss the Galactus talk. We will definitely get there. But they also, and stop me guys if you guys want to chime in on anything here. But they also had a couple teases today to kind of kick off. So starting at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time until I believe it's 3 our time, Central Standard Time, Central Daylight Time, sorry. I think there's actually a difference. But anyways, every hour they kind of do a little bit of a little tease type thing, since they can't like showcase it off like they typically do. So that is kind of something pretty cool that they've done it before. Yeah, starting at 11 a.m. and it goes till 11 a.m. Eastern time, sorry, to 2 p.m. Or they went all the way to 4 p.m. Eastern time today. And then tomorrow they're going to go 11 a.m. and then the reveals start at 12 p.m. all the way to 2 p.m. But yeah, so this Joker is from Gaslight. Batman got Gaslight. So like the
cool looking version.
Yeah, the old ones. I know a lot of people were excited about that because they obviously released the Batman already, the Gotham by Gaslight Batman, and so getting this guy off the bat to go along with him, that's gonna be really nice. Yeah, and like you said, Peps, this one's like a cool take on him. I know a lot of people are already talking about like head swapping and playing around with them too. So,
is that from like a comic series, or I'm not familiar with that?
Yeah, so it's called Gotham by Gaslight. It's it's like one based around Jack the Ripper type storyline, and there's a couple twists, of course, that you don't see coming until the end. But Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not my cup of tea typically for like a Batman story, but it's a good different take
Yeah.
on it. It's like if Batman would have been around during those times.
Didn't they animate this movie also?
That's cool.
Yes, that's the only reason I know anything about it is because I watched the animated movie.
Yeah, I thought it sounded
on
familiar
HBO.
too. Yeah, I gotta check it out. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet looking Joker, man, and I didn't get a chance to check out the Batman, but this is what was it, around the turn of the 20th century or something like that when this takes place?
Yeah, I get roasted by Ian and Pete every time because I always say like in the 1800s, and they always correct me. So I'm not gonna give you a time frame because I get roasted every time.
Ah, damn it! I tried,
But
Pete.
yeah, get your ass out of here, Pete. 5 points, Ultra 7 and Alien Metron box set. So this is another 5 points line that they also teased. Don't know anything about this. I have a fly flying around here right in front of my face, and it's driving me nuts.
Is that what you're swatting at?
Yeah, I'm like trying to grab them out of the midair. And then these.
Oh, cool. Dick Tracy.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Dick Tracy and Flat Top 112. 112 collective figures that they're doing. This looks like nightmare material, but it's fairly
dog shit.
it's fairly accurate. Like I was looking up Dick Tracy stuff afterwards, and yeah, I don't know. So you're into Dick Tracy, Peps?
Not really. I just, I can remember Dick Tracy from when I was a kid, and I just think it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
so I can remember the old movie too, like from the 90s or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's how I remember it also.
Who is
After
in that movie?
That one guy.
gosh.
Who's a
that guy?
director? Yeah, that guy with the thing that did that movie.
Oh
That one.
yeah, the guy.
Yeah, you remember that guy, right?
Yeah, it was Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty.
Oh,
That's what I said, man.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. Dude, I'm
Let's
glad
see,
you
who is
guessed it,
this?
dude.
Yeah, Warren Beatty. Well, okay, directed it and was Dick Tracy. Oh, Flat Top's in the movie. Okay, holy shit.
So would you get this, Peps?
I don't know.
Madonna was in this movie. Dang.
Jeez. Dirts McGurk said, "Love that Joker." Finally, a different one. No kidding. Mark said, "I'd die if the Decrypt said drink more Ovaltine." Yeah, that's been like a big joke with it.
That's good. That's a good one, Mark.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's kind of fun. They give you like a heads up with it, but at the same time, like they know if you really want to find the code and don't want to go through the work of it, they'll you can find it, so it's not the end of the world there. But yeah, it's this will be an interesting release. I would say it's different, right? You can't blame them for trying different licenses or IP.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like,
Yeah.
I'm shocked that we haven't seen Dick Tracy any sooner.
Right. Yeah, I kind of agree, but seeing these, if you like Dick Tracy, perfectly fine, get these figures, but holy shit, this scared the shit out of me the first time I saw it. Like, Flat Top with his unibrow
Dude,
and
he's
hair.
terrifying in the movie. I just saw a screenshot. I was like, oh my god.
Jesus, did he? Okay. Anyways, moving on to Mofex. So there's a bunch of teases here. This is credit PZAHUI on Instagram.
Oh,
he
him?
was on the spot.
I know that guy.
Getting a lot of these pictures. So these two are just catalog teases from the Cyborg Superman that we had discussed last week, and then Wonder Woman. What do they call this one? Just golden armor version. But it looks like they teased Black Suit Symbiote Spider-Man, which is awesome. They have him right next to Venom there in the background. That looks pretty good. And then Harley Quinn from Hush. And then this is the 90s Superman. I have no idea what this is from. Save me, Peps.
That's from the Return. After
Superman.
Return
When
Superman.
he
That's the first appearance of the Black Suit.
it's when he was
Yeah.
dead and he returns and it was like the
With
black
silver
suit.
toe.
the black suit I think allowed him to like absorb like twice as much solar energy, so it like helped him heal faster.
That's awesome. Yeah, and this one he has like jetpacks in his feet, doesn't he? Something like that. Why is that stuck in my head on this?
What?
I don't remember that.
Why would Superman have jetpacks stuck in his feet?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I brought it up. I'm gonna try and find the solicitation of Big Bag.
I remember
Where did you see
you
that?
covering that before.
I could have swore that I
I'm
saw it on there.
90% sure Dylan is accurate. Because I remember him reporting on it, like, why is this a thing? Why would Superman
remember
need
that.
jetpacks?
I don't
thought
believe
it
that,
just-
Dean. That
thought it
sounds
just
way
flew.
too out there, bro.
Mario, you're kind of standoffish tonight.
It would make sense. I mean, if he's real weak and he can't fly.
Okay. Yeah. So look at this.
Oh, he's like
You can
Iron
see
Man.
it. Yeah. He's
So
got
he's
like,
got
Somebody
Iron Man
better
boots
fucking apologize right now.
Where's the clip? You know,
Pepsi, you're
Dylan,
supposed to be my Superman guy.
I
can only admit
did not remember
that I'm wrong.
I just thought he was
Well,
flying
see-
around.
Okay, because those legs look different, too. They
Yeah,
were
it-
boots.
Yeah.
Right.
uh-huh.
In the like on Big Bad, these were all silver
Like
up and down.
swap out parts.
Right.
That's pretty crazy for Mayfix. Because these motherfuckers are not cheap. Mayfix are usually like $120.
They're getting up there. Like
Yeah.
you will
Jeez.
rarely find them like cheaper than $90 anymore.
Yeah, it sucks.
So the other one was Iron Man, like a classic Iron Man. That's pretty
Oh,
sweet.
that's cool. Yeah.
And then this character is also from Hush. So it's a purple female. I didn't do my homework. I actually did, and I forgot what her
Is
name
it-
was. I didn't
Is
write,
it,
write it
what's
down.
her? Is it
Huntress?
Gordon?
What'd you say, Dean?
Isn't it Commissioner Gordon's daughter?
no, that's
It's
not.
not. It's not Batwoman. It may be Huntress. That you might be right there.
Because the purple with the bat ears is usually
Yeah, it's not Batwoman or
No,
Batgirl.
that's not Bad Ears.
Lane Kramer says the Huntress.
Huntress, yeah.
The Huntress. Okay, thanks, Lane. Yeah, and then a lot of people were confused because they teased her, or we had pictures of her before Nightwing from there, and it now looks like Nightwing. I didn't get a picture at it in time because it showed up at some point today online. But they teased Nightwing as well, and then
Selena Kyle is Batwoman.
No, just so you don't. No, Catwoman. He says Barbara Gordon is Catwoman. Selena Kyle is Batwoman. So just so y'all know. All right, thank you, Mark.
Barbara Gordon is also Catwoman. I thought she was Batgirl.
Dude,
Yeah.
Mark just confirmed it, bro.
that makes no.
You-
God damn it!
Come
Mark.
on.
This Batman here, he's got like a gas mask attachment to him. That is also
Dude.
from a Hush storyline that I
No,
don't
dude, that's from
know.
Rogue One.
Yeah. And then a couple animated series Batman. We've seen that Batman animated series one, but the Joker, I believe that one may be new.
Those are cool looking.
Yeah, and then obviously we have the Nightfall different Batman here as well. That one has been put up for pre-order already. And then, okay, so they actually have two things on. They have two the boys' characters solicited with Butcher and Homelander.
Equal.
Iquan, we're in another universe, dude.
Yeah, I'm avoiding.
This is the bad timeline.
I have to avoid the chat because they're totally throwing me off right now. Because I'm like trying to think and like think about what they're saying with the show, and yeah, they're messing me up. But and then
I
they
love
also
these guys.
teased Black Suit Superman from Justice League Snyder Cut.
Cool.
And then
pick that
and then
up.
yeah, and then I skipped over it. But the boys' tease that they showed unpainted was Black Noir. So that one's pretty interesting that one is coming for them. But, okay.
That's Buzz Lightyear and
Right, so
Jack Sparrow.
I don't know anything about this, but McFarlane teased Disney.
McFarlane is doing these?
Yeah, this
Oh.
is McFarlane Mirrorverse.
So
I
it's
don't know.
based off of a video game that's going to come out here. I think late this month or sometime next month. But yeah, they all kind of have like different like powers, and they have like these alternate looks on them and stuff like that. You know, when Disney comes out with or teams up with like making video games, they kind of they do a toss up with them. You know, it's like Kingdom Hearts. You know, they all kind of look slightly different. Some of them do at least, but I think these look really cool. I don't know if I would get any, but I really like the Jack Sparrow, and I really like the Sully.
Yeah, you want to run us through these real quick since I went over Mofex?
Yeah, no
Oh,
problem.
well, he's got a skeleton arm.
So, this is the Disney Mirrorverse. Jack Sparrow is going to be a 7-inch figure. It's going to go for $19.99. Not 100% sure on a release date, but they did post them on Walmart already. If you go to the next one for me, Dylan.
Did you
Buzz
say Walmart?
Lightyear. Yeah, Walmart. So when researching this, man, it's just like it's all over the place. You like if you just go to their website, it's super hard to find. I was able to find it through one of the other pages. But Buzz Lightyear is going to be a 7-inch figure. They don't have any other information on him if he'll be $19.99 as Jack Sparrow is. But they also have a Sully. There's actually 2 Sullys that are coming out. One is going to be a 5-inch figure, and another one's going to be a 12-inch figure. But there's no pics on them right now. So
He's wearing battle armor.
yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this all plays out. Like, I don't know if it's going to be a lot like Kingdom Hearts or anything like that.
It looks like it's gonna be a like a MMO because you have the tank, ranged, and what was the other one? Support.
Yeah.
Yeah. So almost like an MMO, like a D&D kind of thing.
Yeah.
Look, here's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, so you got Mickey Mouse. He'll be a 5-inch figure. Other ones that they have announced, I think that we just barely got pictures today, yeah, of Belle. Belle will be a 5-inch figure. They'll also have Goofy, and again, that 12-inch Sully that's going to drop as well.
Goofy's ranged. I didn't get... Yeah, I couldn't find any pictures of Sully, and you're not
I'm gonna
wrong.
fuck you.
Yes, dude.
Grab me by the ears and...
Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah.
Dude, you watch your mouth about Goofy, bro. What the hell?
There's a...
It's that articulated jaw.
Gotta love it.
Dude.
They also
so
announced
excited
or
for this.
teased the Princess Bride figures. I have no idea on this. I've never seen the movie.
What
so
the fuck?
Inconceivable.
Oh man.
Are you serious?
I've never seen
this movie?
I've never seen this movie.
Dude,
There used to be a guy at the shop who was super into this movie, and I had no idea why. Like, I was like, "What is this like?"
It's one of the
Such a
greatest films
classic.
ever made.
Sean, get on that, dude.
Dude,
We're gonna make this
I've-
movie of the week next week, dude.
I've never been more upset at someone for not seeing a movie.
Wow.
It is a classic. It even has like super classic quotes from it, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Rodents of unusual size? They don't exist.
Anyway, though, they teased this, and then they also.
Who dat?
Let's see, I lost my spot. Sorry, guys.
So this one's Mega
Yeah.
Mega Fig Ice
Ice
Giant,
Giant.
Mega
Mirif.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sorry, Sean, I know it threw
No,
you
you're good.
off. So we didn't add pictures, but the Batman 66, we covered them back-to-back shows, so I didn't want to cover them too much. But they're up to order. The Batcave is $30. That's gonna release 7/25, July 25th. Batmobile, as of yesterday, was sold out on Target, but that one is also going to be released 7/25. And then the 3 figures, Batman, Robin, and the Joker. Those are
What?
$17.99 each, and those ones were not released, or they weren't live yet on Target. I think they're going live probably this week sometime.
Dylan, refresh my memory. What is this 66 Batman stuff?
So this
It had
is
like a box set, or not
Yeah.
a box. It was like a box set of like the Batcave. It had the Batmobile, and then the classic Batman, Robin, and Joker.
Oh, cool.
Really? These
66.
are Target exclusives?
For
I
now.
believe so. Yeah.
I
Shit, I'm gonna
They
look at
actually
don't-
look really cool too, though.
Are they from
I-
McFarlane?
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
and they're
okay.
actually the weird
Oh.
thing about them is they're actually
Cool.
6-inch scale instead of their 7-inch
Right.
scale usually. So that's kind of an odd thing about them. But yeah, they look pretty well done. It's odd that the actual figures, Robin, Batman, and Joker, are so cheap. They're cheaper than their normal figures at $17.99. So I guess it makes sense if they're a tad smaller. But
Who was it?
Yeah.
Was it Mattel that originally did these back in the day, or not too long ago, a few years ago? You guys remember?
probably
I remember the
It
box
was-
set. Yeah.
DC Direct used to have stuff too, right? Or who did them? Was it Mattel? It may
I
have
think
been.
it was. I think it was Mattel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a bunch of
Um,
these figures, and wow.
Yeah, so
these are cool.
definitely check them out on Target. I didn't put pictures in just because we've covered them back and forth, but sorry, Sean, that's what threw you off. So the one we're showing here is Mega Fig Ice Giant Mirif of Undvik from The Witcher, and then these two.
Oh. The
So we
Witcher.
have Geralt of Rivia and Viper Armored Deco. That's like I think it's something that you can change out, like a certain armor set that you can put on him in the game. Dean, did you play The Witcher?
No, I never played The Witcher.
Okay.
I don't really know why. For all intents and purposes, it seems like something I would really enjoy. I just never got into The Witcher. I don't know.
I like who makes the
I love the
games.
show.
Right, and the show was good. So yeah, same. I just never got into it. And then the other one is Siri with Elder Blood Eyes. And then Sean, you put on here they're set up to go for pre-order in August. So sweet. And then so this was pretty big too. So this
Those
was
are cool.
this was Super Sevens. They finally announced their GI Joe. God,
Wow.
they're just dishing GI Joe licenses out left and right. This is we got Hasbro, because Hasbro owns the actual like IP or like the actual license. So Hasbro has them, and then Mezco's doing them, and now Super 7's doing them. Super 7 is 7-inch scale, and they're kind of in the middle ground of price. It's a first wave of 4 figures. You can get all 4 for $219.99 for the set, or $54.99 each. They're due Q3 of 2022, and then August 16th is when the pre-order window closes. And what you get with the 4 is Duke, Snake Eyes, and Timber, so the dog. And then this is like a commando version of Snake Eyes. It's actually what he looked like. I guess it's fairly accurate. A lot of people are saying, because it's nothing like the Snake Eyes we know. It's like he's like a blue and purple colored.
Yeah, I've never seen that version. don't
I
think.
hadn't either. That must have been before my time. And then Cobra Commander, and then we didn't have a picture here, but you can see the Cobra Bat or BAT figure as well. It's like the robot. But they all come fairly loaded. You know, you'll kind of what you typically get is cool packaging, a lot of accessories, pretty much any accessory you would want. With Super 7 figures, that's kind of the nice thing, obviously, about them. It took me a while to figure out between this Cobra Commander, what the hell is the difference between these heads? Because he just has the silver faceplate and then, you know, the Nazi-looking helmet.
Yeah.
And it's literally, from what I'm able to see, it's just a white stripe down the
Just a
middle of
stripe?
the top. Yeah.
Huh.
So, I don't know.
Unless they give you options.
Right, exactly. Like I said, they give you more accessories than you ever thought you needed, but they're also doing a reaction. So that was Ultimates. They're also doing a reaction line for $17.99 each. And they are due September 2021. Big Bad Toy Store has an exclusive case set of 15 figures, and this is what you would get in there. So there's a Destro, Cobra Commander, Cobra Trooper, and there's a bunch of different variants of Cobra Trooper, like different skin colors, and like I think it's just mainly skin colored for the most part.
Yeah.
And then Scarlet, Tracker, Quinn. Oh, I almost got that thing.
It's still flying around.
Yes, and it's like right in front of my face this whole time. But yeah, so they're diving right into this, like right off the bat. And Snake Eyes, sorry. So they're doing a lot right off the bat here, and you can kind of see what some of the packaging looks like. Very retro looking. That's pretty sweet. Their card backs.
Yeah, that is cool.
Again, they do a great job with them there. But okay, Dean, this is where you're gonna have to take over here. So this is P Bandai's exclusive, and it's the two androids, 17 and 18, right?
Yes, sir. This is their look from Dragon Ball Super.
Okay. And each are $62 on USSP Bandai. Pre-order window opened on July 20th. No end in sight for that, but they look like they're going to release January 2022. Did you get these two, Dean?
Nice. I did not. I would like to, but dude, there's third-party versions of these figures. And as soon as these got announced, people were already selling theirs, the third-party ones. So I'm sure by the time these come out, like everyone's gonna have them available. So I'm not in a rush to pick them up. $62 though is fair for P Bandai, because motherfuckers have been charging like $100+ for fucking figures. It's like, I'm not buying these at $100. They're worth $60. They're not worth $100. They just aren't.
Yeah.
The only one that I would come close to paying that much money for was Broly, and that's because he's like an abnormally large figure. So yeah, maybe eventually I'll pick these up, but I do need them in my collection.
Yeah, and that I could see your point, and Jason did say, yeah, that's the cartoon eyes, or the cartoon version of Snake Eyes. I couldn't remember if it was the retro toy or if it was the cartoon, but it's the cartoon version of them. And Alvin said $99 on Big Bad for these guys. That's because they have to purchase, since it's an exclusive, they have to purchase at the $62 mark, and then they mark it up, obviously, to make something of a profit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I see your point, Dean, with these, like maybe being worth the 62, because this is pretty much all they come with, right? For the most part, they come with like one blast effect and then a bunch of different expressions for their faces, like with hair.
Yeah, usually different hair, different faces. Usually, probably 6 sets of hands. Usually, so like. Figure arts do come with a decent amount of stuff, but again, those are $60 is about what they should be valued at. Not, and P Bandai's really bad about that, dude. Charging way too fucking much for these figures. So it's crazy that they're only $62 each.
Well, and on when doing the research on all this, it was saying that these were actually going to be P Bandai Japan only releases, and they were only going to be like 64, I think. It wasn't until they announced it for the US P Bandai that it went up to the 62.
Interesting. Okay, so moving on to NECA news. I'm gonna fly through some of the cool. So these first parts, we'll go over the first actual pre-orders that we have here. They went live today. This one is a 4-pack from TMNT Channel 6. This was a box set for $175. They went live today. I was talking to Sean, and he got some. He said he collects TMNT, and he said it was up for about 10 to 15 minutes, which is fairly good for TMNT NECA. And yeah, he was pretty excited about that. And they come loaded. Like, they have 2 different camera sets, 4 figures with an alternate head. Except for the cat thing. Sorry.
Hey Dylan, I gotta head out right now. So I just want to say thanks for letting me on for tonight. Let me hang out with you guys and everyone in the chat. Love you guys.
Thanks, Mario.
See you,
Cool. See you
Mario.
guys later.
Mario, love you. What a good guy.
Yeah. Okay, and then this one it went up today, and then this was another one. So that's what the boxing apparently is gonna look like. That's pretty like one big rectangular box. But then they also did Flash Gordon. They announced a 7-inch line for that, and they're gonna do like retro card back packaging for that. It's super like bright and kind of in your face. And these are $30. So it's Flash from Flash Gordon and Ming, and they're based off of the toys, like the original toys, and that's why they have like the retro card backing. And so $30 isn't too bad. They went up as well, and then as far as I know, Sean, you have on here everything except the accessory set will be available in Target upon release.
That's right.
So, yeah, and probably just like a pre-Target type thing. And then, so we don't have a picture, or we have a picture later on of them, but there is going. They also teased another McGrady from The Thing. Now, this picture though on the screen
I thought this
is
was a Jaws thing.
this one is. This is a
I
different.
kind
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
This is
yeah.
Jaws.
So this is Matt
okay.
Hooper. They teased Hooper from.
Oh, nice.
It's the 8-inch scale figure. Well, I'm fairly jacked. I was scrolling through their Twitter the other day, and I saw that Randy said expect a lot in 2022 and 23 from Jaws. I was hoping sooner than that. I was hoping to see the shark this year, but we haven't seen anything. They've been fairly quiet on that, so that kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see Hooper. That's a lot of fun. Okay, so I missed him. This is where I'm gonna fly through. They teased a ton of stuff. So they teased Back to the Future. They did a hoverboard with display stand, telescoping bat, and then Griff, and then a 1985 doc with hazmat suit, Defenders of the Earth. They showed those off. We've seen a lot of them. They're going to. They showed off some of the exclusives for Flash Gordon, and then the boys. They also teased Black Noir and A-Train.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that's pretty exciting. This looks pretty good. They're talking kind of about how tough he was to do, for their designers. Because it was like an hour-long video where I just watched through all this, and luckily Toy Arc had a bunch of stills from them because I ran out of room trying to save them all. And then here on the horror side, they did like a Chucky Bride of Chucky retro 2-pack. They announced, and then they announced this one, a Halloween 2-pack with Michael Myers
cool.
and Dr. Loomis in his trench coat. It comes with a jack-o'-lantern, and then it comes with effects to put Michael Myers on fire.
Oh, nice.
But it's a AI face print Dr. Loomis is what they used. So it's like an updated painting, I believe, on it. So that's pretty exciting there. And then they did like a creep show, and then like I said, The Thing, they did another. They're coming out with another version of McGrady. It's gonna be, they call him Survivor version. So he's like in his coat with the flamethrower and everything that you kind of see him at the end of the movie in. Oh yeah, there's the on fire Michael Myers.
Oh, you can take
And
his trench
then
coat
yeah.
off?
What?
You can take his Loomis's trench coat off? That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then they also did for Predator and Aliens, they pretty much confirmed the Lost Tribe for Ultimates is going to be completed at redoing those. And then there's going to do... Missed him again. There's also going to be... They're doing repaints of their Alien versus Predator game aliens that they showed off. I can't remember all three of these, but these are their updated paint jobs. Way more appealing in my mind. I'm probably going to pick these up if I see them in stores.
They look pretty cool.
Yeah, and then they showed off the packaging for Goliath from Gargoyles.
Hell yeah.
And then this one was the big thing they finally showed pictures of. And there's better pictures, of course, out now today. But Demona, is that how you pronounce her name? Demona? Articulated.
I think it's Demona.
They
Yeah.
said articulated wings, and then, yeah, it comes with 2 head sculpts, the book, and then looks like 2 guns. So this one looks pretty good. I started rewatching it. I haven't gotten super far into it, but I always watch the show growing up. So
It was so good. I'm actually pretty excited for these. This is what's going to get me into NECA. You know, like NECA's always had great stuff and cool things, and they've gotten way better over the years and stuff. But like this is kind of pushing me into getting this gargoyle stuff now. And like you said, rewatching the show. I started rewatching it when it was first dropped on Disney Plus, and I was like, man, it just really brought back the nostalgia. I have a Gargoyles #1 waiting for me as well at the shop in my box. I just gotta take it out, pick it up. So when I get my Goliath, that's gonna be posed right next to it.
yeah, I'm excited for them to go through the line. They've already said that it's done so well that they're going to expand pretty quickly with it.
They should do everybody.
Yeah. Doug Collector asked if anyone has done Invincible yet. They did back in the day. I can't remember which company, but it's nothing recently. Nothing since the new show came out. I know that. And then this one was a new tease that we haven't seen yet either. So this is Thylog. He's like the enemy, right? Like kind of Goliath's nemesis. And he looks pretty impressive.
It's like a hammerhead shark.
So
Well,
I can't.
That's his hair, I think.
I can't remember. Is this supposed to be like the armored suit guy, or is this just like another gargoyle that ended up surviving?
I think it's the one in the beginning that they show like that they were fighting against.
Oh, early on in the war or something like that.
Yeah,
Right?
and I haven't rewatched it all to remember like what all happens with him. If I'm guessing he comes back at some point, but I'm really excited them diving into that. So they also teased an unmasked Casey Jones, and then the Secret of Ooze Shredder mutated. He's gonna come with like mutated dandelion accessories, ooze canister, things like that. And he has like this cool cape. That's kind of why I wanted to include him on here, was like the design on there. And then they're also doing a convention exclusive now at Walmart, a Super Shredder. And it looks like it is. Oops. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more animated, different looking there. I can never keep their Shredder straight up TMNT stuff. I'm so ignorant with the stuff, but I can't keep it straight. There's so many releases, and they do like re-releases of a lot of this stuff in different ways.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, Sean, here you can kind of take over.
Sure. So I thought it would be kind of cool if we started doing like a smaller talk trivia. So what I would like to start doing on each show is right before our mid-sponsor talk is ask a question, see if you guys know the answer to, just kind of for fun. So for our first one, it says, in 2005, Marvel Legends released their first 3 Build-A-Figure waves. How many figures were in the first 3 waves, including variants and the Build-A-Figure? Is it A, 27, B, 30, C, 23, or D, 43? And if you just want to drop your answer in the chat while we're going through our sponsorship, and we'll answer it soon after that.
Sweet, jeez, hitting the old collectors there.
It's Watto Scrapyard, Annie. We want to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring tonight's episode.
You can find them on Instagram at Watto Scrapyard. They're also on Facebook and eBay as well.
Yeah, man. They make 3D printed parts for hard to come by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, which is a huge help when you're looking for those lost pieces. They also make printed head sculpts of literally anybody you could think of.
Literally anyone. They've made a head sculpt of me. They've made head sculpts of PewDiePie for you. They've made all kinds of Jedi, all kinds of characters from the Star Wars universe. They are absolutely amazing. They can get any sculpt you want designed and printed for a reasonable fee today.
All right.
Well,
Sean.
this first question was hugely successful. Dylan, what do you think? What do you think was the right answer? First 3 waves.
I have no idea. I will guess if it's in their first 3. I would guess 23 or 27 on the lower. I would say 23.
Dean, what do you think, man?
43 seems really high. So it's either on there to throw you off or because it was 43. I'm going to say 43.
Okay. And Big Peps, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna go with 23, like Dylan.
Okay. So
Toy Mafia said 30, and Mark said I think it was 8 figures a wave, so I was gonna say 30 with Build-A-Figure.
So 43 was the total number of Marvel Legends that was produced that year. So they had a total. There was another wave outside of the Build-A-Figure waves that had just one-offs. So 43 was the entire set of figures that came out that year. The correct answer was 23. So does anybody remember? What were the first 3 Build-A-Figures though? Anybody off the top of their heads?
Wasn't there with that big dragon guy?
No clue.
Oh, Fing
I
Fang
have no
Foom?
clue, yeah.
Not yet. So it was Galactus was the very first one, and then it was the Sentinel, and then it was Apocalypse, which was actually a really, really hard one to find, especially now. Nowadays, it's really hard to find. A cool thing is, though, at the shop, we have the entire wave of the Galactus Build-A-Figure. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's super, super hard to find right now, but these are always classic ones for the old school Marvel Legend collectors to go out and find.
God, 2005. That's so long ago. I can't believe they've been going since then. Good for them, I guess. It's pretty wild. And yeah, Alvin, the Galactus is the next one. We are almost there. We're gonna get so. Next up, we are just gonna get into some Hasbro stuff, and then Marvel Legends is the last of the Hasbro stuff that we'll cover here. So we're almost there.
Oh, nice.
Here, Sean, if you want to kind of take this one.
Yeah, I got you. So Hasbro is dropping one of my favorite villains from Power Rangers. The if I say his name correctly, Pudgy Pig.
Pudgy Pig, yep.
Pudgy Pig. He's gonna be $57.99, and he's coming out fall 2021. This is the villain that I remember the most watching watching Power Rangers. You know, I think he was within those first couple of episodes, I think, or
Yeah, it was like the first, 3 or 4, I think.
and I don't know why, but I just thought it was so funny how like there's this big, just like you could tell he's a puppet, you know, like a big puppet guy, and he's just grabbing all of this food and just throwing it and it's just like going everywhere and stuff.
Yep.
You know, I think this will be my favorite Lightning Collection villain that has come out yet. You know, I don't have the Tenga. I think they're called the Tengas, right? The birds yet. But with this little box set that's coming with it, I hope it has quite a few things in there. I haven't had a chance to really look at the what all it comes with, but it does look like it comes with a knife and a fork. It would be cool if it came with some of these little tabletops. I doubt it will, but what do you guys think? Any of you big Power Ranger fans?
Oh, I was a big Power Ranger fan growing up, and this was like you. It was always one of my favorites. So it's definitely a cool release.
Yeah, I grew up on Power Rangers, although I gotta be honest, I remember almost nothing about the Power Rangers.
So Alvin, it's $57.99. $57.99.
Any reason why? That's a tie for a Hasbro figure. I guess the
well,
box.
I think it has something to do with the box. If you look over, it has a couple different hands. It looks like it has a couple of pieces of food there, and then of course the little lightning effect piece that comes on the fork and the knife. I guess I'm guessing you could switch it out. The one thing, I guess, if I had any gripes about the Power Ranger stuff for Lightning Collection, is that I always feel like you have to have the putties. That was a huge part of each battle with them, even when they had the big bad come out and stuff. So him just by himself fighting with the Rangers, it would look cool, but it's always cool having those putties around it, finding that big bad in there. And I think also with like the Super 7 stuff, with how they're kind of scaling a little bit bigger than the Lightning Collection, you could probably mix and match them and stuff like that, and do some really cool like photos, like top down, like where maybe it's like the Zord, you could see the Zord from the top and then the Power Rangers way at the bottom and stuff. You could probably do some cool stuff with that, but I am really excited about this. He's definitely one of my favorite villains. Just a funny looking character in general. I think it was Reaction came out with a smaller version of him. Didn't pick him up yet because I was hoping that they'd come out with Lightning Collection, and it looks like it's going to happen.
I'll be honest, Sean.
I feel like Bandai did a version of him way back in the like 90s, because I feel like I had at one point a version of him.
I'm going to be honest, Sean. This guy is a fucking nightmare to look at.
He was in the show.
I know, and I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I had a friend who was huge into. I was gonna say this guy's the reason why I'm pretty sure I didn't get into Power Rangers is because like it was just like I was just freaked out, and I was not like scared easy, obviously, because I was watching like Jaws and Jurassic Park, but I watched this. I'm like, oh my god, is this thing gonna take away my soul tonight? Seeing like the live action like suit for it is terrible. It's terrifying.
Well, it's funny though because some of their villains further on, closer to like season 2, like I could see where you would think that like it's kind of more like magical stuff, and like they're kind of stalking them throughout the show and stuff. But I don't know what it is about this one, and I kind of agree with everybody on the price. I do think it's a little much for this, especially because like the 2-packs, or I'm sorry, not the 2-packs, but the first 2 monster packs were nowhere close to being this expensive. I think it's called the Pumpkin Rapper or Reaper or something like that, and then the King Sphinx. Those were really cool figures. I appreciate the box, the lunchbox looking thing, but I don't really think it was necessary.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very high. I don't know how. We'll have to see how they justify it.
I'll definitely pick it up, so we'll have to review it.
Yeah, 6, because I looked online, like maybe it's bigger than we all think. And he's
maybe it's the size,
Well, that's what I thought, but I looked it up and they still say it's 6 inches. So maybe it's just like a big, like round, short figure, I got that stupid bug.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Finally. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So, kind of
His
moving on to
brother's
Black.
going to show up, Return of the Bug.
I'll eat them.
I bet you will.
Black Series. So there's a lot of exclusives. They say coming this fall at PulseCon for a lot of them, but some of them are dropping earlier, I've noticed. But Star Wars The Black Series Power of the Force Cantina Showdown for $105 coming this fall. This one is a play set. It includes
that's cool.
Dr. Evazan, Ponda Baba, and Obi-Wan Kenobi from A New Hope. In the
Motherfucker's a doctor?
Yeah, apparently. In that famous like first scene that we see pretty much with the lightsaber in action.
Yeah.
And it's got the cool old school like green and yellow Power of the Force box and everything. When they showed this, I was like, wait a second. I actually think I remember seeing this back in the day. Like something like
That's
this.
cool.
There's one big complaint. So I put this picture in there for a reason, but apparently this is like a half a bar.
Yeah, it's supposed to go all the way around.
Yeah, and a lot of people wanted to just like have the full bar, and Hasbro's like, where Hasbro came back and said, "We're sorry, we're not doing a single release. You're gonna have to buy multiple sets if you want to do that." Because they showed off in some of their promo pics what it looked like with multiple bars, and yeah, you get like half of everything. So that was kind of a big complaint with it. You'd have to think it'd be quite a bit more if it would be, but I'm guessing that's something people would want. So we'll have to see.
How much is this?
$105.
Damn.
So
That's pushing it.
This is Black Series, so you got to think about it, I guess, in a sense of, I guess it's pretty much $60, maybe a little under $60 that you're paying for the bar. That is pushing it. Like if you think the 3 or $20, that feels
I promise you, you could 3D print something way better than this, way cheaper.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Dean.
Speaking of which,
It should have came with the bartender too. That was standing behind there.
We don't serve droids in here.
Yeah. But yeah, so that one was a big one, and then they also showed this one. So this is Trapper Wolf from The Mandalorian. This is like their special premium packaging. Trapper Wolf is the X-Wing pilot from The Mandalorian, one of them. Isn't it Filoni's character?
Yeah.
And this is $30.
That's Big Peps, dude.
Yeah, that's who they're saying I look like. That's me right there.
You know, they were saying because of the release of the Filoni one that they wanted them to do a re-release on the George Lucas that they did back in the day.
They did that back in the day?
A Black Series?
I was talking to, I don't think it was Black Series.
No, it was,
but it was like a
quarter.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
okay.
they had came out with a George Lucas. I was talking to the toy manager at Heroes and Fantasies, and he was saying he's the one who told me about the Filoni drop, and he was telling me back in the day that they had done, like you guys said, the 3 3/4 of George Lucas, and now they want a 6-inch of him.
Yeah. And thanks, Ekwan, for helping me with math. I just kind of totally misplaced my math when I was doing. I was trying to do the math of the 3 figures, so the 3 would equal 60. So that bar is roughly like 40-ish. But yeah, I put a link in there for Waddle's Scrapyard. I bet you he could maybe figure something out there to go along with that. Okay, so this guy is still showing as coming soon on Hasbro Pulse's website, but that's where you're going to want to get him as well. And then, so this was another 5 that just popped up today for Black Series. So this one is the Heavy Mandalorian, otherwise known as Paz Vizsla, $36.99, spring 2022. We've had a couple versions of them already. This one is the carbonized, so like the shiny version of them. I know not a whole lot of people are super thrilled with this. I liked the carbonized ones, but the packaging doesn't like go well with any of the other ones either. I'm pretty much got what I wanted for the carbonized ones, and I've been considering selling mine, but at least they're still coming out with them. What do you guys think?
Paz Vizsla was like the first one that I got from Black Series. I really enjoyed him, even with this short-lived scenes that he had. I got out of the Black Series stuff just because I was getting into some other stuff, so I had sold my original one. But I really like this. I know, like you said, a lot of people too crazy about it, but I just like how the yellow pops a lot better off of his jetpack and stuff. And I just kind of thought that out of all of them, I thought with the other ones that I had at the time, which was like not carbonized, Beskar Mando, IG-11, and crap, I can't remember who the other one was, but I thought he was my favorite out of all of them, just like posability wise and how much fun I had with the figure. So I was kind of sad that I had to sell it, but I mean, if I have another chance of getting them like this with some more poppy color, I guess, I think that's cool. I think the one thing I did like about a lot of the Mandos on the Mandalorian Disney Plus show was that even on their figures, they were battle damaged pretty well. So I'm not really looking forward to him being super shiny, besides him just kind of looking cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of what carbonized is. I mean, he does have like wear and tear marks on there, like you can see like.
But even the original release was pretty dull. Like the blue popped enough, but for you to know that it was like battle damaged and kind of faded and things like that,
Yeah. And so this one, it's going to be a Target exclusive and then available spring 2022. So this one was a Scout Trooper as well, going to be carbonized. This is technically from The Mandalorian, they said. Also a Target exclusive in 2022. And then this one is the next one, I think the third and last one of the carbonized ones that they announced, is the Shore Trooper from the Mando. Also Target exclusive, spring 2022. And that one's odd because it's kind of goldish. It's different.
Oh, these are terrible. These are all terrible. The Paz Vizsla one. This is the third fucking re-release of that figure. You had the regular one that was a Best Buy exclusive, which is stupid.
In a 2-year mark.
Yeah, then you had the one that was that colored funny. The credit.
Yeah.
The
Credit collection.
Credit collection. That one was fine, and it let more people have access to that figure.
I just didn't like how he was super accurate, and I know that's what they were trying to do out of it. Just kind of give like different color schemes and stuff like that, but I was not a big fan of it besides getting the little piece of credit for it.
Yeah, so it's like, dude, in how what was talking about season 1 Mando? So in like 3 years, we've gotten 3 versions of the figure. It's like fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. And it might even be less than 3 years too, because a lot of Mando stuff, didn't get released until well after the season started. So. Yeah, it's kind of.
I have the original one and I never opened it, and now I might as well just fucking open it. They're gonna keep fucking re-releasing.
Yeah, that's the one I got too, the original.
Yeah, I have the credit collection, but it's just because that's the only part of the series that I have is the credit collection. And the credit collection, Sean, the reason why it's odd painting is because it's from the end credit scenes, like those paintings, the art that they did. That's where it comes from.
Did they ever do like prints or anything off of those? That would be really cool if they did. Some of those scenes were pretty cool.
I haven't dove into it. I'm sure there are some out there, but I haven't gotten super into that yet. Okay, so this one is this Black Series. These just dropped today in weird Walmart-esque fashion. This one was the General Grievous and Mace Windu. Oh, and by the way, the 3 that we just talked about, the heavy Mando one was $36.99. The other 2 are $26.49 for price. So this one is General Grievous from the 2D, the original like Clone Wars cartoon on Cartoon Network. This is going to be interesting. The price is $26.48. Kind of odd pricing, really random. And then they're doing a Mace Windu for $26.58. By the way, these pictures I'm showing, which are just like stills of the cartoon or like artwork of the cartoon, is what was solicited when it went up on pre-order and is now sold out, by the way. Walmart exclusives, and it's part of their like collector thing that they did today. And this was in their first batch along with TVC stuff, and super odd. I said that, and I think the Patreon chat where I'm like, I don't remember the last time I've seen a pre-order go up and then sell out with just showing like pictures of what the figures are going to be based off of. So
Yeah.
pretty different. We'll have to see how they turn out. It's a cool idea. I'm glad they're kind of diving into it. With the vintage collection, they dove into it a little farther, but we'll have to see how these do. They were up for a little bit, but what do you guys think of them?
Yeah, these are fantastic. I mean, I love that cartoon. I mean, honestly, and these are going to be Black Series. Black Series doesn't do cartoon style. They do real style with, nods
Coloring.
to the cartoon. So it's like, okay, well, we've gotten Mace Windu before, so it's just going to be Mace Windu with some clone armor. I could do without that. The Grievous might be pretty cool. Although we've already gotten Grievous, and that was a $30 figure. So
I think though with like Grievous, it's gonna be a matter of how he engineers it or how they engineer it. Because I agree with you, Dean, that it's like they don't do the cartoon style.
Yeah.
So that Grievous already looks significantly different than the one we've gotten before. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see how they try to retool some of these to have more of that cartoony look.
go back to that Grievous picture, Dylan. Now, if it looks like this with single arms, because really it isn't until the movie that you see him with the 4.
Right.
That would be cool because it's a different enough release from the first Grievous that we've gotten. So give him the white cape, give him the. I mean, he has 4 sabers here, but just give him the 2 arms instead of the 4 like we've already gotten.
And just the different like styling. That's what I'm worried about is you said, Dean, they're probably not going to remold them by any means, right? So how are they going to make them look like this? Or is it maybe they will and just make me eat my words, but for $26.49 I doubt that.
Well, and two, like if you look at the arms and stuff, they look pretty flimsy if they were to go this route, So
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to translate to figure form, but if they at least like tried, it'd be interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on this line here. Okay, so moving on with TVC or the Vintage Collection, they also did a 2D Clone Wars wave.
These are cool.
In the artist, it's based off of. Do you guys know how to pronounce his name? Like Gendy Tartakovsky. He's pretty famous.
Yeah, he did like Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab,
Samurai Jack, didn't he?
Samurai Jack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so these ones are all Walmart exclusives as well, due spring 2022. They went up today, this morning, and poor Mario missed on them. I think he ended up getting a few of them. And I believe he said he got a lot of the Jedi. So there's Ayla, Sakura, Luminara, Unduli, Barriss Ophi, ARC Trooper Captain, ARC Trooper, and Battle Droid. All part of this wave. I probably butchered some of those names, but
okay, these are all figures that have come out before. There's literally nothing different about any of these guys.
Oh, okay.
They like tell you what they're based off of, and then they don't change it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're not. I wouldn't fucking trip over myself getting these. If you have Elias Sakura, you have Elias Sakura. Like, you don't need this. Also, the clone captain right here, that's Commander Fordo. Awesome figure. I have this figure. It's amazing. Go to the blue one. It's incorrect. He doesn't... Fordo is the only one that dual wields pistols, I believe. The ARC Troopers, in the cartoon, I know it's different now. The ARC Troopers don't have ammo pouches on their pauldrons, and they use these. I forget the name of the blaster, or There's one guy in his squad that uses like a fucking like a repeater cannon. So like off the bat, I don't even want this because it's not accurate.
Gotcha.
This one I believe we haven't gotten before, but it's just a recolor of Fordo, which is not what he looks like in the show. So just had to get that off my chest.
No, that's you just took us to school. That's good. Good information there. I never thought of, or I never knew that about like the dual wielding, and you haven't even seen that picture that he's not dual wielding a gun.
Yeah, he's
In the package.
those are
the repeater.
Yeah, he's got the ammo pouches on his belt, not pistols.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is the battle droid, which, yes, like you said, Dean, they've already done. Just kind of recolored them, made them a little.
Yeah,
reddish
honestly,
tint.
you can never have enough of battle droids. Like if you're army building,
That's
it's
true.
Like, give me all of them. I want them all.
So hopefully Mario can get a bunch of the troopers. He said the troopers were the ones that were still sold out. I think the other ones are still up on Walmart right now. And then the vintage collection also released. This is pretty cool. This was my favorite thing that I saw get released. This one is the Emperor's Throne Room kind of diorama box set. So it comes with like the window backdrop, and then but was that your place, Sean? Are people okay there?
Yeah, that was my place.
Okay.
They're laughing and having a good time over there.
Oh, gotcha. I was just making sure
Getting
someone
choked
didn't,
up a little bit.
someone didn't fall over or something.
Yeah, unfortunately, my mother-in-law, she had some issues with dehydration and stuff, so she's trying to get up a little bit better and stuff. So she also had a little cough with her, so it's kind of lingering around, but she's doing better. Things are getting better, so it's gonna be good.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, good to hear. Yeah, hopefully she does better. But anyways, back to Emperor here. So he has like the Force Lightning hands. Comes with his chair, the backdrop, and the box looks pretty retro.
That looks
pretty
sweet.
cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Going for $31.99.
Dude, I'd buy the fucking box for $30. Holy shit.
I know.
That's amazing.
That's what I was just going to say is this one, when I looked at the price, I was fairly impressed. Hasbro exclusives this year seem all over with the price, like with us not being able to like understand the pig pricing. And then compared to this, I don't really know what to make of it at all. And then, like the Cantina Showdown one was $104 for the black, obviously Black Series, but still, like, yeah, this one is pretty odd. So this one also shows coming soon, but we'll have to stay kind of up to date there on that one. So this one is the biggest news. We talked about this in length last episode. This was the opening too, when I was talking about wanting a Rancor that opens and closes his mouth. Jaw articulation, okay? Sue me. They confirmed that the next Haslab after Galactus is going to be the Rancor for Star Wars. Going to be pretty sweet. Probably
awesome.
Black Series, I would guess. If it's going to be, if they're doing a Haslab, it's probably going to be enormous. That would.
They would still have to have it scaled though for like a 6-inch figure though, you know. And I think that's kind of what I realized with the Galactus Haslab, is that they still need to have it scaled well enough for them.
Right. That's what I'm guessing it is going to be able to go well with their Black Series. So instead of the TVC, like what their ship was. Right. So we'll and then I think the Java's sail barge was TVC too. So, but that's pretty sweet to see there. And then just real quick update too for the TVC collectors in a recent Hasbro Q&A session via Bosk's Bounty on Instagram and other outlets. It has been confirmed that both TVC and Retro Collection will be getting thicker cardstocks towards the end of the year / early 2022.
That's
Mario.
good for Mario.
Yeah, Mario's
exactly.
gonna love that.
They won't get damaged so much.
Right. That's pretty big. It's kind of sad it took them this long to get there, but I'm glad that they're doing it at all. So that'll be hopefully a sigh of relief and help some of those shitty packaging issues. But okay, this one was the biggest news pretty much of the last couple weeks here. This is Marvel Legends Galactus from this is their newest Haslab. I'm going to kind of go through the stats real quick here, and then we can talk about it. But it's $399.99. Needs 14,000 backers, and it ends on August 30th, 2021. It is 32 inches high, 300 plus pieces, 70 plus points of articulation, 20 points of articulation in just the hands. And then an LED.
Hey, Dylan, I'm sorry to cut you off. You were saying the 14,000 backers. The current stat right now is 8,610.
I can't
with
believe it.
39 days left.
I can't believe it didn't go sooner, to be honest. But
it slowed down a lot.
There's an LED in the head and crest, LED lights, 3 swappable faceplates, accessories, all that give it alternate expressions. And then, so the Sentinel was 26 inches, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty wild. There's going to be a couple additional tiers, but holy shit, this thing is enormous. So there's kind of like a scale of the Marvel Legends on how big this thing is going to be. Oh my god. And yeah, they teased the other tiers today. I think we got a picture here of that. So we kind of figured out, we discussed with Eddie's help too, obviously Silver Surfer, and then who was the
Frankie Ray
female here?
Nova.
Okay.
She's the same one that comes with the Silver Surfer exclusive from Sideshow.
Gotcha.
She has like the flamed hair and the gold body and stuff like that.
So, God, this thing is enormous. His foot is like the size of a Marvel Legends.
That's crazy.
It is
wild.
wild.
You know, when they had first dropped it, I was super excited. And then soon after that, they dropped the price. And I was just like, I don't know if I want to spend $400 on a Marvel Legend when I could put that $400 to a Hot Toys or a statue of Galactus. There's another Galactus statue out there where it has a mini Silver Surfer kind of just like orbiting him around him. And but when they had announced these next 2 tiers, I was like, you know what? Maybe I will buy this after all. Which I have no idea why those 2 figures would make any difference, because I have both Silver Surfers. The only one I don't have is the Frankie Ray, but for whatever reason, just those 2 extra tiers alone are making me want to purchase this. I'm kind of sad now that I sold off my Fantastic Four set, but I heard that they're coming out with a retro style of the FF here pretty soon. But I think I would throw him in my Thanos Wins display that I have with the Fallen Surfer.
Yeah. Dean, what do you think? Actually, I know
I
what
fucking hate Haslab.
Yeah.
But I have nothing
knew
good
that
to
was
say
coming.
about this. Nothing good to say about this. Fuck them and the horse they rode in on. People want this. Who was it? Dirts McGurk. I'm gonna get this. I just have to wait till I get paid. Fuck them for making him have to wait just to get a whole fucking paycheck to buy the. Was it $4.99?
And have it on hold until they get the 14,000.
Yeah,
right.
I
So that
gotta
would
pay
be-
you until you get it, and then I have to
have
wait
the
a
400
fucking
in taxes.
a year or so after to get it. No, this should be a fucking payment plan. They should be fucking making these things already. People want them. They have no problem fulfilling these fucking orders. They really don't. I promise you. And of course, the Razor Crest survived, or it made its mark really fast. But you keep this order open for a year, I guarantee, like, you'll hit the number of minimum requirements anyway, right? It's like we need 14,000 people. Maybe don't hit 14,000 people in a month, but okay, one, they're gonna fucking extend it anyway, like they always do. Oh, we're gonna extend it. Maybe we'll hit. It's like, well, they're just fucking leave it open until it comes out.
Yeah.
Well, what's the problem?
I think they broke
They're
down
fucking
the
assholes. Fuck them. We'll never ever buy a Haslab. I don't care what the fuck it is.
So yeah,
they broke down the
Alvin-
profits, and it was like $6 million or something like that, or $4 million, something.
Right. So Alvin, kind of to you asked why Dean hates them. It's more so the mechanics of it. Like he's not saying he hates the figure. He doesn't like essentially that they have to take this big chunk of money before you getting it within the next year or so.
Yeah.
So it's a long time of holding $400. It's not all too different than what a lot of, I guess. Yeah, if they would do some sort of thing where they could do like a guaranteed payment plan or something like that.
Yeah, a
that
payment
would be,
plan.
Yeah.
That'd be a good
And
solution.
don't put a time limit on it.
They definitely
Dude.
should have payment plans. Yeah.
I can do it. I can hop on board with that. Just like set up like one of those third-party ones that, what are they always called, that you see on a lot of websites with 6-scale figures. But yeah, Hot Toys pre-orders, they do like typically they almost always have the down payment, right? Or the deposit.
Yeah, it's like $40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An NRD, $40. I could deal with that, and then $40 a month or whatever for a year until it comes out, or however much. I don't give a shit. But to want $500 up front is fucking bananas. It's like, no, why?
To be honest, though,
you don't need the money.
I would rather put that money to buying a PlayStation 5,
Yeah.
which I don't have already.
Big Peps, what do you think of this?
I think the figure itself looks fantastic. The articulation, everything is very. I mean, it's just really cool.
Yeah, he looks epic overall. So Dean, like, take what you think of Haslab out of the picture. What do you think of this actual figure and like the price? So the price is $399. He had a good point. I didn't even think about. That's cheaper than the Iron Strange from Hot Toys. And this thing's 32 inches tall.
Okay, it's $399, not $499. Okay.
Yeah.
Still very expensive for what is essentially a Marvel Legends. It's fucking cool. I don't really know anything about Galactus, but that's a good looking fucking figure. It looks like it was properly sorted. Like they took their time to engineer it properly, which my point again is they don't need your fucking money up front. They've already spent the time and money into developing this figure. They do not need your money to make it. Fuck them. It is cool looking.
Yeah, I think it's extremely impressive. If they are going to have Haslab, I think this is obviously things they need to do it with. This is freaking awesome. It's amazing that they do that Sentinel and talk about how big that thing is, and that this is 10 inches almost, or a little less than, what is it, 6 inches taller than that, than the Sentinel, and the Sentinel was humongous too. But yeah, it's pretty wild. 39 days left, and it still needs roughly about 60,000 or 6,000 backers. Do we know when this one will ship?
I think it said fall of 2022.
Yeah, yeah.
I have it opened right here. Let me.
Yeah, fall 2022. I'm looking at
Yeah,
it. You're
it
right.
says. Okay, no, that's the.
This is really good for. I like on the bottom. If you go scroll down on their page where you order this on Hasbro Pulse, where they show a lot of famous comic book covers with Galactus and. God, I was gonna say, when they tease the thing with Silver Surfer, I swear he is in the center of the comics, like all of their big comic book storylines. Like, isn't he huge in like the Thanos storyline with the gauntlet? He's
a lot
huge.
of the stuff leading up to Infinity Gauntlet. he's directly involved. I think what was it? Oh, like that whole scene in Endgame. No, it's not Endgame. Infinity War with Bruce Banner in Doctor Strange's lair. That was actually him in Infinity Gauntlet. You know, so like
really?
when he's like broken through the staircases and stuff like that, and that was actually Silver Surfer falling into Doctor Strange's lair in the comics, basically saying the same thing that Bruce Banner was in Infinity War.
I did not know that. That's interesting. And yeah, he's kind of the main guy in that, right? Silver Surfer is. So
Right.
yeah, cool to see that he's he's going to be involved with that. So that's probably going to be, or that is obviously going to be a Marvel Legend. So for sure, or it looks like if the funding gets high enough, we're going to get two additional 6-inch figures, and hopefully that makes people feel a little bit better about the price tag of it as well. But this is an impressive figure. It's definitely a centerpiece.
Still with the Surfer, like how different is it going to be? You know, like what are they going to do differently about this Surfer as one of the tiers?
It's Hasbro, so jack fucking shit.
It's going to be like, here's a regular
or
release of the Walgreens exclusive. You know,
Right. Which actually, some people were asking about that. They were asking to. A lot of people were saying, I never got the Walgreens exclusive. I really wanted it. So if that's what this one's gonna be, I'm actually fine with it.
Yeah, and you know, I think that's cool and all, but if you were anticipating a Galactus Haslab, you know, just kind of sitting there waiting for them to announce it, like that's kind of a wasted figure, I feel like, if you were someone who did have it. I mean, I'm glad if you didn't have it that you're able to get it now, but for $399 to get that included, I don't know if that's really worth it, you know?
Yeah.
I might as well keep my Silver Surfer that I'm trying to actually get rid of now and wait to see what this one looks like to make that decision, because then I don't really think it's worth it if all you're getting is Frankie out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think so. Kevin in here asked, "Do you think Nova and Silver will be tiers 1 and 2?" Yeah, we don't know the order yet, but it does look like, I think we said earlier, that's what it probably will for sure be. That's kind of an oxymoron, but there's a good chance that's what it's going to be. We just don't know the order of those two yet. I would hope or guess that Silver Surfer, with kind of a bigger role for the most part, that he would be first, but we'll see.
You know what I'd be okay with is if the Silver Surfer looked a lot like what NECA's doing with their TMNT paint apps. You know, it kind of has that true cartoony look of it.
Animation style.
Yeah, you know, if they kind of did it more of a comic book style, where you get a lot of like the whites out of the silver in the book, the early books, with some of the blue streaking in there, I think that would be a really cool idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm excited that this is being made. That's kind of what I always say. I'm glad that they come out with these, period. But I agree with Dean. I'd like, you'd like to see more and more people be able to get them. Mm-hmm. But Alvin said, look at what Galactus is going for. Use the older non-Hasbro version. $399 is a steal compared to that. And
I really like what Kevin's saying here about if this would be a cool tier, especially since they're obviously trying to push the whole like Thanos wins storyline with 1, the Cosmic Ghost Rider, and then 2, the Deluxe Thanos release that happened like 2-3 months ago, I guess. if they were to do something like this, I think that would be a good tier, because then you're making this figure versatile. You can use it with the Avengers, you could use it with the FF, or you could use it for the Thanos wins storyline.
Yeah. This is a good question. I was thinking about this. Hugh asked, do you guys think this would look good next to a premium format, or would it look like a toy? If I wouldn't have seen these pictures and you asked me that, I'd be like, Marvel Legend, it's gonna look like a toy really bad. But you see some of these, like this picture here, looks so good in my opinion. My only thing that I think looks where it looks fairly cheap is in some of the purples, mainly in the headdress area here. I don't know what part of his helmet, I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of clear plasticky there. Maybe not. Maybe it isn't. I guess in this picture it doesn't look like it. I think it's gonna look fairly, really good. I think with premium formats. Oh no, that's fine. Premium formats. I was just gonna say real quick. If you can get if this guy is as articulated as they say, and you can get him in some pretty sick poses, I think you can make him fit in fairly well. But yeah, I think it's going to fit in better, but if this does well, I can see some statue companies coming out with more Galactus statues to try and compete. Or
I was going to mention that when you were talking about the exclusives and like the con stuff. Like, I've been noticing, like, if Hasbro drops figure A, well, you'll see some of these like Hot Toys or statue creators come out with the same thing, just bigger and maybe a little bit more detailed and things like that. So like, I agree with you. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more Galactus stuff in general. One, because of this, but two, because of the way that these movies are going with the MCU and stuff. I know a lot of us already kind of know where that's heading, but I don't know if you can get there without running into Galactus.
Imagine if once he does show up in the MCU, how much this guy is going to be worth at that point. He's going to pop for sure. Sorry, Peps, what were you going to say?
I was just, when you had the picture of the back of his head, there looks like there's like a couple like buttons or something. I was just wondered what those would do. Maybe something with his face or something.
Well, he has light ups in his helmet, his eyes, and then like on his chest and stuff. So he has light ups all over the place. So I would guess that's where that would come in place at. Where do you see the actual button? Do you think that's what this is? The back, like, center area?
On the top of the head, it looks like those two like
looks
purple,
like feet,
purple knobs or something. I was curious.
Yeah, they could be. That's just my lack of knowledge of the overall character, but yeah. Oh, I think the other thing that could look cheap on him is the tunic thing. That we'll see what that comes out as, but I think the way that they have him painted, he looks really good. But we should probably move on. That's really, really excited it's coming out. I think we talked about this a little bit too. Marvel Legends, they announced the Sylvie pre-order coming in later July. I don't think she's up yet, but should be coming here. And then Hercules from the Retro Collection for $24.99. This is going to be a December drop. This guy is up. I believe he's already up, right? Yeah, on Big Bad Toy Store you can get him. And then Compound Hulk. Don't know anything about this guy, but he's like half green, half red.
What the heck?
This is a Walmart release. I actually don't know if he is up elsewhere, but I know I was able to find him on his information on Walmart for now for $30, November 4th release. So.
They couldn't even bother to paint the fucking inside. Look, his black jeans are purple on the inside. Come on.
I didn't even notice that.
Come on.
Just do it like black or something. Like, but yeah, I don't know anything about this character, but this one was another drop for today, and this is kind of their new body style for the bigger figures. Yeah. Okay, so don't give Hot Toys any ideas. So this one was G.I. Joe's only release so far throughout this whole thing. So this is just another tease. It's not up yet. It's saying fall sometime, but it's G.I. Joe Classified Series Master of Disguise Zartan. So this is the second Zartan figure we've gotten. His skin actually changes colors with, I think, either sun. I'm pretty sure it's sunlight.
It says temperature activated.
Okay, temperature. That's what it was. The other one was supposed to be sunlight or UV. This one is temperature. So he has like this bluish gray color to his skin, or it's just like a skin actual color, like tan color. And he comes pretty loaded. He has like 7 heads, a bunch of different weapons, and they seem fairly well painted. They do a good job with these boxes. They do a really, like, it feels premium actually. This guy's going to be $36.99. But this one will be Hasbro Pulse exclusive as well. So this will be a great figure if you have any interest in this. I thought it's interesting because you get like a couple different heads there that we obviously haven't seen yet. And you'll be able to kind of play around with them at that point. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one. If we'll fly through Storm collectibles here on some of this stuff, I added a lot of the Golden Axe stuff for Eddie, and of course he's not on today. But Storm Collectibles has done a lot recently. They're doing a bunch of event exclusives. So these 3 were available this morning, July 22nd at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So there's Deathbringer for $120, Skeleton Soldier 2-pack, and then there's Dimitri. The Skull 2-pack is $60, and the Deathbringer is just kind of a repaint of the other 2 versions they've done. They also put a disclaimer on Bluefin's website, who handles their distribution in the U.S. They said, as many of you guessed, Kung Lao was going to be an event exclusive for SDCC 2021. However, in order to provide the best customer service, we need a little more time. Be on the lookout for Kung Lao event exclusive coming later this year. It'll be worth the wait. So just FYI there. They also put this one, Tyrus, Flare, and Blue Dragon, up for pre-order, $134, due Q4. And then the golden 2-pack so the first one that we mentioned of Skeleton Soldiers was silver. This one's golden. This is part of their Anime's Pro exclusive event. It's like a animation comic game Hong Kong event. It runs July 23rd to 26th. I haven't seen any way that we're going to be able to get this, but it's going to be first releasing at their actual booth there. But I'm not sure if we'll get that. I haven't heard anything from Bluefin yet on if we'll get that or not. Sorry, go ahead.
Was Golden Axe, was that a video game since it says Sega down there?
Correct.
I'm just not familiar
It's
with
an old side-scroller kind of beat-em-up game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Eddie was really into it. Last show we covered the chicken leg and short guy.
The little, like, dwarf-looking guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get Eddie talking about chicken legs, dude. He won't stop.
We also moving on to Beast Kingdom. They actually had quite a few, or they had 2 releases. So this one is the Dynamic Action Heroes, Dark Knight Death Metal Batman the Merciless. $117, over 8 inches tall, and this is due July 2022. And yeah, he's 8 inches because it's, these are all 1/9 scale, but this guy looks intense. I don't know this Batman. I don't know anything about him, but he looks pretty sick.
I was super excited until you said it was Batman.
I know, like I could have not said that and you would have gotten him, Dean.
I was like, damn, this guy's cool looking.
Well, he has like Wonder Woman's like logo on his chest. I wish I knew more about metal, but yeah, so that one looks pretty awesome. Really like metallic-y, shiny blue armor. And then this one for kind of a movie release. This is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Davy Jones. So the octopus head.
That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah,
I
he
really
has
like that.
interchangeable face sculpts where he can have his mouth open with the pipe. And this guy is $133, April 2022. But this one looks pretty good overall. I think this is a pretty sweet action figure.
It's super inoffensive.
Yeah,
What scale is this?
1/9.
Oh,
And I think it's real 1/9, so they're not. They probably a lot of these would probably scale with some of the 7-inch scale figures, like for NECA, Super 7, McFarlane. They'd probably go fairly well with that for the most part. But
this is
yeah,
an odd scale.
I know that's the biggest issue with them. But they're starting to release more and more every time, every show. It seems like they've grown a lot since we've been a show. This one. So this one is a convention exclusive. This is the second version of Luke Hobbs they've done. It's obviously The Rock from Fast and Furious. This one is he's just like has a short sleeve t-shirt on. He has like his cargo pants, and then obviously comes with like a machine gun with belt and revolver. And as of yesterday, he wasn't up yet. We'll get more information there. But
It's just a goofy looking motherfucker.
I know
Why?
this one.
Why
I wasn't super high on.
The head looks weird.
That's the Croc, dude.
The Croc.
Why is Beast Kingdom not focusing on a single line? Why do they make shit from seemingly random things?
They're all over the place, and they'll just focus. Like this is their second version of this character, and then nothing else from Fast and Furious. That's just how they roll. It seems like they know that they're fairly niche with the scale, and they just want to give things that we're probably not getting in a lot of other areas.
It's like Davy Jones is cool, but what the fuck does that? What good is that to me?
I know. Yeah.
What good is this or even the Batman? Like, what?
There's
the
a
fuck?
lot of people. I could see Davy Jones having a lot of interest. We haven't really seen like somewhat of a high end figure of him since Hot Toys didn't do him, right? They just teased him years ago.
Yeah,
I don't think they did a Davy Jones.
I was
but
thinking that they did make him, like way back in the day, but
I'll look it up.
yeah, let us know. Moving on to 1,000 Toys here. So Halo Infinite Master Chief. This is the Mark 6 Generation 3 armor from
cool.
Halo Infinite. There's two different versions, the PX and then the regular. PX is $164 or $165, and the regular is $150. The biggest difference, obviously, right off the bat, is the PX comes with the red sword, I believe, and then the regular version is just like the regular colored sword. And then the preview exclusive is also, it comes with a brute shot, a shotgun, assault rifle. So I think the brute shot is extra, whereas like the regular version just comes with the bulldog and then assault rifle. So he comes with a couple extra accessories, and you can see him there.
whoa!
Oh, sorry, what?
I was just saying that rifle is awesome looking.
Yeah, these are really well done figures. I had the original one that they made. I sold it to Eddie, and he really likes it last time I checked, but
Dude,
who knows?
this
He
is
still
one of
likes
the
it.
weirdest things I've ever seen. It's a Hot Toys Davy Jones, but it's like all of it's sculpted plastic.
So they did make it.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
weird. It looks like a
vaguely remember.
McFarlane figure, like a 12-inch McFarlane figure is what it looks like. It's weird.
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
I was thinking they made one, but yeah, it was
I couldn't remember. I remember like either seeing them tease it or just not releasing it.
It's on eBay. There's a review. I just sent you a review on YouTube.
Interesting. Ooh, MCW toys. Oh yeah, that's got to be like a super out there figure. I wonder what the MMS of it was. Do you know?
It said MMS.
Oh, 62. So that was very early.
Oh wow.
Yeah. MMS 62, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Isn't that weird?
That is strange. Okay. Thanks, Dean. So here you go, Dean. Here's one for you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So this is Figma or Good Smile Company Figma Doom Eternal Doom Slayer 6-inch scale figure. So this one is $98.65 on HobbyLink Japan, or $120 on BBTS, or $115 on their like US website. Where do you usually order Figma from, Dean?
Ami. I think it's like 85 bucks or something right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Figmas are non-scaled, so they're not.
Well, that's cool.
You could have a Figma from like 3 different properties, and they would all be like the same size, even though, like, clearly, Doomslayer is like a fucking 10-foot tall dude.
Yeah.
This is like, it's not technically 1/12 scale because he's probably going to be like a 7-inch figure.
Yeah, they say 6-inch scale figure, so yeah, I think they try and get that close.
Yeah.
Close there. But Ami, yeah, so Alvin asked Dean, is that a good site to order from Ami?
Dude, I fucking love Ami, dude. One time I ordered, okay, they're in Japan. I ordered a figure on Saturday. By like Saturday, like, I don't know what time it was here, maybe 6 p.m. I got a confirmation. By like 10 a.m. Monday morning, the figure was at my house. I don't know how they did it. It was like, did you fucking run it here? Like, did you fucking parachute down? Like, it was wild. Like, it's so fast. Got really good customer service. You pre-order, you don't have to pay until it comes out. So there's no like, you could pre-order whatever the fuck you want and you don't pay a cent. But if you cancel too many times, they'll ban you. So you have to behave.
Most of those overseas places like HobbyLink Japan are like that, where you won't. And like HobbyLink Japan, I've had the Mafex Beskar Mando order from them for over a year now, I think, and they send me like an email update every month, and they say, "Hey, just to let you know, we don't have your figure yet. Just sending you a reminder that this is still ongoing with us."
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, Japanese people fucking mean business, dude. I would not hesitate to order from Ami if you go and you're kind of like on the fence. They also sell used figures. So like sometimes the Player Arts Kai Cloud was like, I don't know, retailed like 160. And I was like, I don't know. Like maybe like a month after it came out, I found it used and it was like 80 bucks. So like even with shipping, I paid less than like $100. So yeah, dude, Ami is amazing.
So you ordered this guy?
I haven't, but I probably will.
Yeah.
Because I have a McFarlane one, so I'm like, I don't know if it's like gonna be that much better.
Right. Well, yeah. Is it going to be $100 better, or I guess in your case, 80, 90-ish better?
I mean, probably just in terms of articulation, because the McFarlane one didn't do shit. And then you get the sword, the chainsaw, the BFG. Because the McFarlane one only comes with the shotgun and the arm blade. Not even swappable hands.
I haven't played Doom since like the earlier versions. I completely forgot the BFG. Dean, tell the children what BFG stands for.
It's the big fucking gun, dude.
Yeah, but that's literally what they call it in the game, isn't it?
It's the BFG. Yeah,
it just stands for big fucking gun. Okay, so that one looks really good. I still have fought off buying a Figma figure from how much praise Dean gives them. They're like your Mezco, pretty much, to me.
Oh, dude, I love... In terms of, like, anime figures, or not even anime figures, just figures in general, but they usually skew towards anime. Like, they're such solid figures. I even got Zach to get one, the Figma Diva, and he loves it, dude. I love Figma. I think everyone should own one.
Yeah, I want the Alien and Predator, and I just haven't been able to pull it. I will someday. Someday I for sure will.
Let me see if they're on Ami right now for sale.
Okay, so Amber Collection, they had a couple big releases. So Jurassic Park, they call it they market it as Jurassic World Amber Collection, Dr. Alan Grant, which we've been waiting for, and then also a male Velociraptor. And I think the Velociraptor is from Jurassic Park 3, and obviously Alan Grant is from Jurassic Park, not World. So I think they're also sold out already on Target because they are part of the kind of their collector thing they have going on. But keep an eye on them. If you really want them, you're probably going to be able to get them at some point. But they sold out relatively quickly for the most part. Great figures, by the way. The Dr. Grant's whatever about his head sculpt, face sculpt, portrait's not that great. But the Raptor, those are great figures. So if you're interested at all, make sure to pick them up. And then this was... Okay, so this one I thought was the oddest thing that came out of SDCC. This is their SDCC exclusive Mattel Jurassic Park Final Scene Ray Arnold, they are calling it. $25 on their website today. It sold out super quick. It was up today at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's the Raptor and Ray Arnold where he gets his arm bitten off. And I think it's like magnetized. These are also, by the way, smaller. I think they're 3 3/4 inch scale figures. But look at this shit.
Oh wow!
He's lit. So his arm like pops out of its socket, and then like in their promo picture, they just put it in the Raptor's mouth. It's kind of messed up, but
dude, that'd be good to if you recreated the scene with Mace Windu and Anakin.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
it's just wearing the wrong suit, but yeah, it comes with the Raptor that kills him apparently, and it's a big rumor that he's still alive, just with one arm. But I don't think I don't think that. They even say in the solicitation that this is showing off the scene where Ray Arnold gets killed, pretty much. But I just want to throw this in there because I thought it was kind of odd. It reminds me of back in the day when it was that Star Wars burnt Anakin figure they made after he burned up. Do you guys ever have you guys ever seen that or anything? It's like a running joke.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's literally a figure of him on like after he burned up. It's terrible.
Is it a 3 3/4 or is it a?
I think so.
Because I think I might have seen it.
I think it's their old. Yeah, it's because it's from a while ago. I'm pretty sure, like when Episode 3 came out, not like right at that time. Okay, and then I also put this on for Eddie as well, but Icon Heroes, the Karate Kid. Oh, Dean, you're a big Cobra Kai fan. So this is Icon Heroes Cobra Kai Competition Team Box Set. This is an SDCC exclusive on their website. Going to be available third quarter 2021, $140 for these 4. So it comes with Kreese, Tommy, Bobby, and Dutch in their tournament black and yellow outfits.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I think these are 1/12 or 6-inch scale figures too, so it's not like they're like odd scale to try and work in your collection. But
this is Karate Kid, not Cobra Kai.
I believe it's Cobra Kai, isn't it?
I think it's from the original movie.
Yeah, you're right. It is Karate Kid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, fuck it, the Dutch like doesn't age at all. So
he doesn't.
If you want, dude, if you watch Karate Kid and then you watch Cobra Kai, you're like, that motherfucker looks the same.
Yeah, and they're doing pretty well with that line overall. It seems like that they're at least filling a void there, but definitely check this out if you want. They say 29 points of articulation, 6 interchangeable hands, and yeah, doesn't look like it'll turn out too badly. It kind of comes with a cool box.
I mean, the box says All Allies Championship. what it should have been was the coach and Tommy and then Mr. Miyagi and
Daniel.
Daniel.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been, but whatever.
I think they already did a version of them. I could be wrong. It may be a reason why it's considered like the con exclusive. But I think, yeah, that it is kind of odd that they went that route. I saw the movie a long time ago, but I haven't seen the Cobra Kai show.
Dude, Cobra Kai show is amazing. Dude, you don't even need to watch Karate Kid. They do such a wonderful job of like going over like the old movie without it seeming like a fucking rerun. It's so good. So good.
Eddie loves it. Yeah, but that's pretty much all we had for the show. All we had, 2 hours and 44 minutes in. Yeah, it was a loaded show, kind of what I expected. We'll go through the Patreons here.
Show this off one more time.
Oh, hell yes.
That thing is so cool, Dean.
That's so cool.
Put it up there again.
But yeah, hold on. I wanna actually use my webcam.
Those lights look so legit in that. Like, it's bright in that room, and those are coming in so well.
I can't believe how many different things are lit up. That's so cool.
Also, give me that shepherd in the background.
Oh, is that who that is?
I want this. Yeah, it keeps focusing on Shepherd.
That looks really well done. Would you say it was worth the money?
Oh, 100%. Why won't it focus? God damn.
It might be the lights fucking it up, but yeah, that's sick. So is that it is pulsing. You're right.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, look, even the mirror.
That is sick.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a well done piece for sure. All right, Sean, if you want to hack away here at the Patreons.
Yeah, so we'd like to thank all of our Patreons for helping us grow the channel and always supporting us. We'd like to thank Ben Porter, Sean Fear, Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Marcel, Queen Aguirre, Leo Hernandez, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Cully, Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krent, Big Fern, King Zachary, Caesar Marquin, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin Bamowski, Rick Dia. Dean, help me out with this one. It's Rick Dia Gregorio, Alvin Jules, the Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Bo LeBoyd, Jimmy James, Mario Cortez, Stephen Percha, Sean Yahtzee, Scott Bradley, Stephen and Maria Stanley, Jesse Contreras, and Lord Vodatort, Eddie Manzanares, Joe Corpus, and Mr. and Mrs. JB. And Big Peps, man, congratulations, right? You had an anniversary?
I did, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, guys.
Congrats.
Way to go, bud. You did it!
Yep.
I'm guessing so. Alvin mentioned don't forget to check out Mondo's drops tomorrow because they're releasing that Wolverine 6 scale. I'm guessing, Dean, you guys will probably cover that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or did you cover that this week?
No, I don't think they've announced anything yet. So.
Gotcha. Thanks, Alvin. Oops. Love having you on. Joining us in the chat there. All right, so for the Patreons, if you want to become a Patreon here, I'll post a link in the chat, and then the Patreon benefits. So one of them is to be announced. The other one is a certified crispy sticker, kind of with a Coke logo with a soft drink. And these are the August benefits. So, kind of updated here. So the Sweet Angel, $5 a month, you get a sticker sent straight to your door, as well as access to Ox After Dark. Certified Crispy, $15 a month, you get an official certified crispy certificate. And then figure fixes by Zach. Message him to confirm it's possible beforehand. And then benefits of the previous tier. International postage will be charged at cost, though, for the certificates. Note. And then What a Guy, $25 a month. Folks in this tier get assigned collecting weekly 18 by 24 silhouette poster on first pledge, doubles of all the stickers, and then benefits of the previous ones as well. And then international again will be charged at cost there. So for the shows, we kind of have an updated here. We are adding in Live and Let Dice. But we got Small Talk here. That's what you're listening to. Obviously, we go live every other Thursday, and then we will upload the podcast next Thursday. We alternate with OFAC, Only Fools and Collecting, the great Ian and Pete, UK folks there, and then Collecting Weekly every Tuesday, in and outs of collecting. When is Mario recording?
Monday.
Now? Monday. Okay.
Yeah. Just to cover just to cover the shit that it's going to be announced throughout the Sideshow Con.
Gotcha. That's fair. That makes sense. We probably should have done that, something similar with ours, because things are going to go until Saturday. Collecting Weekly clips. That's some of our best moments throughout all the shows. That is an Instagram page, and then Collecting Weekly live unboxing. John runs the Monday shows where he does retro unboxings. Ox plays. You guys play whatever game you guys feel like, and then After Dark. That one is every Wednesday at 10:30 Central Time, and that's just kind of what I call fuck around episode show. Love that show. And then we just wanted to shout out the Everyday Collector, John. Be sure to check his channel out. And yeah, good show, guys. It was a hefty one. I was trying to keep it under 3 hours. We just barely did. But Dean, what figure are you messing around there?
I just got this one in the mail today. It's Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. Oh, fuck.
Is that the one you had ordered?
Yeah, I ordered from Giant Toy.
It looks cool.
Yeah. She's a fucking badass. Resident Evil 3 is a good game.
Oh, so I just played through that again, actually. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Giant Toy was a good experience.
The shipping took fucking forever, dude.
But it's free, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Well, maybe it was. I don't remember. Can I go back and look? Jeez. Maybe it was. I want to order there. Say that.
All right. Well, anyways, we better end our show here. Good show, guys. We covered a lot, I feel like. Thank you, everyone, tuning in live. We still got 25 strong here at the end of the show. We had a good show overall. Good interaction in the chat. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about nothing important at all. I'm your host, Dylan.
I'm Sean.
I'm Dean.
I'm Scott.
Good night, guys.
See you later.
Peace. Whoa. Did he do that again? Did he know he did that?
Bye, guys.
What a fool.